Hello, what's up this afternoon, everyone? Hello, what's up? I forgot to turn the stream down. Welcome. Oh my god, my voice. Welcome. Excuse me. Fine Tuesday to y'all. Good to see you. I think I need a drink. Thankfully, there's a a huge gallon of water here. Okay, we're good. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up to Bloopin, Soundgarden, Lustful Jeans, Airby, Ranger Man, Neo Juno? How is everyone doing today? We are, oh my goodness, having, IPA draft. I think we're going with Pioneer. I wasn't sure. I was on the fence. IPA is really sweet, but this Pioneer deck, oh my goodness. Look at this glorious, beautiful 5-color pile of Jag. I can't resist. It just looks so sweet. Boonia, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, what's up, Stone Rain? Welcome. Good to see you. Hopefully everyone had a spectacular weekend. Will I ever be better known as Seth? I think that ship has sailed. I've considered my intro is kind of long. Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive. That's a lot of words. It would be nice to be able to shorten it, but I think it's just too late. There's been a couple of times when I've done videos and I've not used that intro, and everyone noticed and freaked out. So I think I'm just Saffron Olive forever. Plus, at this point, like, my family calls me Saff most of the time. Like, it's kind of a thing at this point. Remember when Spiritmonger came out? That card wrecked people. Yeah, Spiritmonger was so good for its era. Hey, what's up, Gash Money? Good to see you. So anyway, today we're having some fun. We're going to start with some Pioneer action. I also got a backup Modern deck. So Pioneer, 5-color, Enigmatic, Fires pile, playing some new stuff. We got Jukai Naturalist to ramp us into our payoffs. We got some Toad action with Tetsunari. We got all these new enchantment creatures, which work really well with Enigmatic Incarnation. So this deck is just, it's spicy. It is spicy. It is wild. Is it good? I got no idea, but it looks super fun to play. And then in Modern, our backup deck is this Leyline Blade deck, which looks kind of interesting. It's basically like a green-white, slightly land destructionist, I guess, ramp deck that's trying to ramp with Mana Dorks in Leyline of Abundance and then play like Chancellor of the Annex, do some Moony Acid Mossing to blow up some lands. So that's the backup. Some Modern Leyline land destruction ramp. But we're starting with Pioneer first today because this deck just looks so incredibly fun. So that's what's on the agenda for today. Hey, what's up, Ruger? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome. Anyway, reminders, and then we'll talk about this deck and we'll start playing Magic. Replay YouTube, that's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up on there. Tomorrow, oh my god, tomorrow we got some fun matches on our Against Odds. We are playing Mirror Box Super Freds, and we play some really interesting matches. So check out Against Odds tomorrow. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Maybe you need a Soul Ring. I don't know why you'd want that Soul Ring. There's a million options, and that doesn't look like one of the cool. That looks like a Commander deck Soul Ring. Why is that? Oh, it's Commander Anthologies. That makes sense. But if you need a Soul Ring or a Hallowed Fountain or anything in between, you gotta make cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish, and even get a free MTG Goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they will hook you up. Otherwise, yeah, the Modern deck does look sweet. Merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playbets, giveaways, support the stream of the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message right on stream. And anyway, let's play some Magic. Yeah, Mirror Box, oh my goodness. The deck was really interesting. Mirror Box is such a sweet card. The problem with Mirror Box is there's so many possibilities. Like, that's what makes it such a challenge. With Super Friends, the plan came together pretty well, but our plan for getting multiples of the same planeswalker around the battlefield, kind of janky. It's kind of janky, but when it works, it's really cool. And the deck, I think, is actually pretty reasonable for an Against Odds deck overall. But anyway, today, we're starting with 5-color Pioneer value pile. I actually, what do you think about this, chat? I have this in the back of my mind. So we are about a month away from a new set. New Capenna comes out just over a month from now, like a month and a few days. What do you think about, hey, what's up, Meanwhile? Good to see you. What do you think about Mirror Box plus Ave? Ooh, aren't they not legendary anyway? It makes non-legendary copies, so does it actually do anything? So I was wondering, do you think it's possible in 1 month's time to play every Pioneer deck? every like tournament Pioneer deck, like on the metagame page, even the lesser known ones. I think it would be really interesting. I kind of want to take the challenge and see if we can actually just play every deck in Pioneer before the new standard set comes out. And then once that comes out, we can switch back to playing like standard and historic and so forth. But I think it would be kind of interesting. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. It could be interesting. But anyway, today's deck, it is a Pioneer deck, and it is a sweet Pioneer deck. This is 5-color Enigmatic Fires. Why Pathways over Shocklands? That is a good question. There are some Shocklands in here. So this is actually a list that someone played in a league on Magic Online. I didn't build the mana base. I'm assuming the idea is to be a little bit less painful because there's a lot of aggro decks in Pioneer. In general, I prefer Shocklands, but Shocklands and Triumphs, maybe we just got to play them untapped too often and it's going to be killing us before we get our stuff going. But yeah, so this deck, we're built around a few cards. The big one's Enigmatic Incarnation. End step, sack an enchantment, get a creature with its mana value +1. This does all kinds of things. We got a bunch of enchantments, Omens of the Sea, Trials of Ambition. We got a bunch of new enchantment creatures, Jukai Naturalist. We have Tatsunori Toad Rider. We have Gloomshrieker. We have a ton of ways to get these enchantments on the battlefield, and then we sacrifice them and do this like birthing pod thing, where we're trading our Omen of the Sea into a Tatsunari, and then we cast a spell and get the Toad, and then we sack an enchantment, and then we work up the curve, and we get our Scarab God, and we get our Yorion to blink everything, and now we have Fires of Invention to let us play multiple things each turn for free. That's the other kind of build around from the deck. So this is really like 5-color birthing pod-esque value pile. The other huge addition to the deck, Fable the Mirror Breaker, really good, and I'm kind of excited to see just how good this card can actually be. It's a card that's taken off in standard a little bit in Alchemy, if that actually matters, but it's trickling more and more into older formats. It's kind of like a Seasoned Pyromancer style effect. It's perfect for this deck because it's an enchantment that also makes a creature, so it works really well with Enigmatic Incarnation, and that's basically the plan. We're trying to piece together a value-y 5-color win by tutoring up the right thing at the right time with Enigmatic Incarnation. So let's try it. I have no idea how good this deck's going to be. Hey, what's up, Dirty Dan? Says, how are you? Rather see exciting new brews and meta decks. Yeah, that's the downside. If you try to play every deck, there would be brews, but there would also be more meta decks in there, which maybe would just be kind of boring. So yeah, maybe it's better just to focus on as many brews as possible, or like the tier 3 decks that are more brewy than because I don't know if anyone wants to see like, hey, it's Blue-White Control, or hey, it's Lotus Field, or whatever. Like, does anyone want to see that? Hey, what's up, Jake Jesus? How are you? I mean, I'm sure it'd be fine, but it's not super exciting. All right, let's see. Stream mode achieved. We will play first. We will reveal Earion. Dirty Janchez handing out a ton of gift subs to Wilkins in Parablex, in BG Stilton, Warble, in Agenda. Welcome y'all to the Fishbowl, and thank you to Dirty Janchez for handing out the gift subs. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. I mean, this might be fine. We're on the play, a little slow, but we get to, well, is this fine? We do have Fable the Mirror Breaker, which will loot, and then Archon's, you know what, we're gonna try it. I don't know, maybe this is too slow. We'll see. What are we talking about with brews? I was a bit too late. Oh, I floated the idea of trying to play every Pioneer deck before New Capenna comes out, and then we were talking about how that would involve some top tier decks that might not be as exciting as watching brews. Where did the Yorion? It's a good question. I actually don't know. I just say things in weird ways sometimes. Honestly, tomorrow's the 50K sub thing on the Commander YouTube channel, the AMA. If you got a burning question, tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon, same time as we just started, actually, we are going to be doing an AMA with the Commander Clash crew. And it made me think of that because one of the questions that someone asked, there was some people started posting questions in the community tab already, and one of them is, why do you say things in the way you say things? And honestly, the answer to that question is to entertain myself mostly. Like, one of the things about recorded content is if I'm not streaming and hanging out with all of you, I'm like sitting at my computer by myself for like hours and hours on end, recording matches and editing and doing all that stuff. And, you know, you got to keep yourself entertained somehow. So I think the way that I talk and sometimes like stretch out some words or do the sing-songy thing, I honestly think it's just to entertain myself more or less while I'm making content. It was one of your mispronounced words. You tend to exaggerate and elongate them as if it makes it better. Yeah, I don't know if that makes it better. More exciting at least. Oh, I'm really hyped for New Capenna. New Capenna is going to be so sweet. So sweet. Been working on making the artisan decks. They work on the ladder thing. I've been making video. It turns out Alchemy is much more budget friendly, but in my videos, get hated on when they're Alchemy. Should I just give up on Alchemy? I have given up on Alchemy. Like personally, me and also Goldfish. At this point, until something changes, we decided we're done. We're just done with it. So I mean, do what works for you, but Alchemy does get a lot of hate. It is really expensive. There's legitimate concerns. So, Krim had his last Alchemy video go up today, but at this point, we decide we're not doing it anymore. Maybe if something changes in the future and things change and Wizards makes it cheaper and people like it or whatever, like maybe there's a way it comes back, but no spoilers, no gameplay, just like Alchemy, it's done. It's done. So I think that's, I mean, it's obviously up to you with your content, but that's what we're doing. Awesome, dude. Closing in on 6 years, which is kind of insane. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for our man is crazy. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Well, let's get kiki jikiing. Well, we will make a goblin pass the turn. I saw your tweet that said people outright dislike it when you post it. Yeah, people do. Like, people do just, like, straight up outright dislike it. And, yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, I've seen people saying today, I don't know, have any of you been playing Alchemy recently? I've seen people talking on Twitter about discard and, oh my god, this mana, discard and discard. I've seen people talking on Twitter about how they are having a hard time even getting Alchemy matches. Like, if they jump into the Alchemy event or whatever ladder on Arena, they just can't get anyone to play. So maybe Alchemy's just dying. Maybe that would be at this point, the best thing. Like, maybe if Alchemy gets so unpopular, either Wizards gets rid of it, or they actually fix it. Like, those are the two things that can happen. Like, so the ball's in Wizards' court. Like, if no one's playing it, and no one's making content about it, and no one's buying the cards for it, maybe that could actually lead to positive change. I wouldn't mind if you moved all content, even standard to Moto, just due to the arena economy. Ooh. That's an interesting idea. I don't know. What do you think of that, chat? Switch all content back to Moto. I mean, pre-arena, all content was on Moto. Opponent gets in. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have much hope. Oh, I got a little, excuse me, like weird spring something. The weather's weird. It was like really, we had snowstorm and then it got like 70 and then it dropped back down again and oh, you can kill it? Opponent. No killing of our Archons, please. Well, at least we got some burn out of our opponent's hand, but that still wasn't great. Oh my god, Enigmatic Incarnation. Okay. Now we got things to think about. So this is a 3-mana enchantment. All right, where's our deck list? The time has come. What are we doing, chat? Help me figure out the perfect line. So we got two options here. We can Gloom Shrieker, get back Archon, wait till next turn, play Archon. Is that going to be fast enough? I don't know. We can also... Wait, that's our only 4-mana creature? Oh no. So we can't even... Wait. That's really the only... Our only 4-drop is Archon of Sun's... Uh-oh. Archon of Sun's Grace? It is. Well, I guess... we're not doing that. New plan. Let's play Gloom Shrieker. Yeah, we might want more than one 4-drop. That might be a little on the light side. Well, get back Archon. Play the forest past the turn. I would enjoy both your Moto and Arena content. I would love to see more vintage drafts on Moto. Ooh, yeah, Vintage Cube is like the best thing on Moto. For sure. I mean, the upside of Arena is it is pretty. Like that's the upside. Like that is the one big upside is on Arena. It is probably, I don't know. What do you think from a viewer's perspective? I'm actually like very curious as someone who watches content. Do you find Arena content more enjoyable to watch? Obviously we go back and forth depending on the format, because some formats we just can't play on. We just can't play on Arena. But which one is better as a viewer? Which one do you enjoy watching more? Well, we're gonna block here. We really need either a cheap enchantment or this Archon to survive. Opponent's only got one card. Opponent's got 0 cards. Okay, Archon. Okay, Archon. Elspeth Conquers Death. Okay. Unless our opponent top decks, I think we're okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Archon of Sun's Grace. Coming down. Play the Triome. We got a lifelinker that makes lifelinkers past the turn. No whammies. No top decks. Come on, Archon. Come on, Archon. I think Arena content is easier to watch. It's easier to see. The one thing I dislike about watching Arena is you can't see the full cards. I don't know why they made the choice to have the text of the cards hidden off the screen. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Good to see you. Good to see you. Honestly, Moto, because Arena content has things that I don't like unnecessary sound effects. Yeah, I mean, if you're not someone who cares about that stuff, then I can see why Moto would be better. Like, on a personal level, I'm kind of like that. Like, if I'm just playing Magic on my own, about it, well, we're taking it, then I don't really care about that stuff, and I also enjoy playing on Moto. All right, Bone Crusher Giant. So gonna be close. What do we? Oh, cheap enchantment. Okay, so, well, step 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elspeth Conquers Death. Make a dork. Snag your Bone Crusher Giant. We're at 8. Go to combat. Attack you. Gain some life. Come on, Archon. Deafening Silence. Back down to 9, but we get to make a dork. And then pathway on whatever. All right, pass the turn, pass the turn. Come on, Pegasi. How are you, Daniel? Good to see you today. Hey, Seth, about putting, an opponent scoops it up, about putting Pioneer on Arena. Say if Wizards puts Tarkir Remastered, Ravnica Remastered, Theros Remastered, Innistrad Remastered, Orges Remastered, Zendikar Remastered, along with M14, M15, would they be legal in Historic, and would they only be legal in Pioneer, making oh my goodness, on Pioneer on Arena, making Pioneer their new vintage for Arena? I think it would be the opposite way, G Fuel. I think that they would definitely be legal in Historic. In Historic would be vintage, and Pioneer would be like Modern or Legacy. I think that's very likely how they do it. Suggestion: the formats which appeal to me on stream, on Arena, everything else, stream on Moto. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to go about it. I think Untap makes Arena much more watchable on streams. Yeah, having the overlays is huge, huge, huge. Who's gonna draft the India Pale Ale? I don't even like the drink IPA, but the draft format is pretty fun. Our opponent's burning us. What's good against a burn opponent? Portable holes seem good. I guess Sin Collector's fine-ish. Chemball? Oh my god, there's so many cards. How do you sideboard with a deck with this many cards? Like, what could possibly be bad? I guess Deafening Silence is bad. Eidolon of Rhetoric doesn't really do anything. Wandering Mind? I don't even... I guess Wandering Mind? We have too many options. There's too many choices. Maybe go down the main deck Yarion, since we have Companion Yarion. Variant. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you. But yeah, we've officially decided no more Alchemy. That is an actual thing. So Wizards, if you want Alchemy content, fix it. That's it. Fix it. If you want us to make Alchemy content, then improve the problems and make people like the format. Like, it's as simple as that. Do people really care about arena animations? Sometimes. So when they first made arena, I thought that the animations were like whatever, and I didn't care at all. And that maybe they'd even be a negative and like lag the client or whatever. Now that we've seen them, some of them are pretty cool. There's some that I actually like kind of enjoy, but at the same time, they're not a huge selling point for me. It's not like that makes me. That's not a vote for arena compared to Moto for me. So neutral, I would say. Invasion pre-release, I pulled 2 Armadillo Cloaks on a Llanowar Knight. Swung for 6, gained 12 in limited opponent. Ooh, double companion. That sounds spectacular. The giant hand one is top tier. That is the best in my opinion. Well, we got double removal spells, sort of. Opponent Monastery Schwiftspear. Sure. Hey, what's up, Fictional? How are you? Technology. Pathway on white and portable hole. Get rid of Swifty past the turn. I mean, we got our incarnation, dude. This hand's actually kind of sweet. Eidolon of the Great Revel. Well, land and chain to the rocks. Take 2. Get rid of the Eidolon. Pass the turn. Maybe we should have probably should have played the other Triumph actually, in case we need another removal spell. Opponent Monastery Swiftspear. Yeah, because now we can't cast the Trial. That was probably a small punt. Hits us and light up the stage. Bone Crusher, Roiling Vortex plays the land. Opponent passes. Well, land on black. I guess we just keep killing stuff. Trial of Ambition, kill the Swiftspear, go. Hey, what's up, Verity Black? How are you? Good to see you. I mean, the animations have gotten worse, too. Like, that's the other disappointing part is the animations have gotten worse because Wizards has made less of them. Come on, untap land. Ugh, incarnation. All right, next turn. Next turn with the untap land. Well, for now, 1, 2, Nylea's Presence, draw a card. And then Triome. I mean, we got good stuff in hand. Can we get it down in time? We're at 13. Is this enough to stabilize us? Opponent's got 2 cards. Bone Crusher, Den of the Bugbears. Oh, come on. Come on. Can we revisit this donation message? Wait, what is the donation? Is this a trap? Is this a trap, Tally Hall? Hey, Seth, about putting an opponent scoops it up. About putting Pioneer on. Wait, what did I do with this donation? What did I do? Ravnica remastered, Theros remastered, Innistrad remastered, Orges remastered, Zendikar remastered, along with M14, M15. Would they be legal in Historic, and would they only be legal in? Oh, I mean, I think that's an interesting question. I mean, there's no way they're going to put all those sets on to Arena and not have them be in Historic. Like, that's the whole point of Historic. The whole point of Historic is everything's legal. It's vintage. It's vintage, essentially, but on Magic Arena. So I don't think there's any chance those cards are not going to be included. All right, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. We get to play our Fires. And Fires lets us Incarnation. Oh, I'm in... Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna get so yelled at. Oh, Well then, chat. Apparently, Roiling Vortex has additional text that is good against our deck. I was like, okay, they're gonna prevent life gain. That's an issue. That 5 damage mode so rarely actually matters. I usually just like, okay, this pings me and it can prevent life. I don't even think about that other mode, and that other mode got us good, like to the point where we might just lose because of that. All right, what can we get? So we can sacrifice a 1, a 2, a 4. Yarion. Tolsimir would be good, but our opponent can just kill it. Or prevent the life gain. Huh. So we sack fires, we get Yarion, I guess, and Blink. I mean, that's not bad, actually. That might actually be the best. Sack fires, get Yarion, blink, kill this, block this. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, that was not the best line. The punt is deserved. Oh, we did take out. You're right. We did take out Yarion. Okay. These choices are getting harder by the minute. Wow, do we just like not have any good options? The Skyclave's in hand, unfortunately. Oh dear. Oh dear. Tolsimir can fight down the Bone Crusher, but we won't gain life. That still might be... I guess that's the best bet. We could sack Trial of Ambition. Well, maybe we shouldn't have taken out the Yarion. This deck is complicated. I guess we gotta go back to the sideboard. Oh yeah, I guess we wouldn't get the stuff back until the next end step anyway, you're right. Well, I guess Tolsimir it is. We don't really have another option, so all right, well, end step. Oh, be good. If Arena decided their non-rotating format was going to be Pioneer, but they were going to launch with the current Arena card pool with Panza backfill, do you think they should call it Pioneer off the bat or wait until they backfilled everything? The question is how quickly they're going to do it, in my mind. I think that is an acceptable solution for me. If Wizard says, okay, we're going to add this, stopgap format, and we're building towards Pioneer, and we're going to start, releasing cards, and we're on this. Pioneer's coming soon. Call it Pioneer. That's a great solution. I like it. On the other hand, I'm a little skeptical of Wizard saying things about Pioneer, just because they've said things about Pioneer in the past. They've said things about Pioneer in the past that sounded positive, and then the end result was those things not happening. So I take what Wizard says about Pioneer with a grain of salt, essentially, because I just don't trust that they're gonna keep up on it, or they won't change their plans and go another direction. So yeah, calling it Pioneer is fine, but if they do that, they actually have to, in the near future, be adding sets to Pioneer. I mean, here's my ideal solution. This is what I would love the most. Add Pioneer. I know you need a bunch of cards. Short term, do Pioneer Masters, and that would probably get the most of the top tier decks onto the client, at least. Is it the solution to everything? No, but it would get many of the most played decks, and you would be able to play something very similar to Pioneer with just that master set. And then in the future, you can take and backfill the rest of the stuff by adding the full sets. All right. Well, 1, 2, 3. Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of the Roiling Vortex. Well, this is a fragile state. Opponent prevents life just in case. Sure. Oh, that 5 life we spent is probably going to be a problem. Ooh, all right. Land on green. End step. So we can get a 2 or a 3. Is there anything helpful? Spirited Companion. Oh, Knight of Autumn would be good if we could gain life. The life gain being shut down is what's giving us the biggest amount of issues here. Yeah, we can't put Yarian in hand. The question is, are we trying to get Spirited Companion and draw into something? But I guess we don't really have instant speed stuff anyway. So, all right, we'll take the Yarian just in case. Gonna be a close one. Yeah, life gain is shut down this turn. Opponent activated the vortex before we got rid of it. Well, let's sacrifice Trial of Ambition. You know, let's take Kemball. Kemball actually seems sweet. We can't gain life this turn, but we can gain life next turn. And that means our opponent's going to have, oh, Kemball's big. Kemball's super big. And then Knight of Autumn can hopefully come next turn. Opponent flips around their saga. That's fine. Hey, I'm doing well, Cycles Gaming. How are you? Roiling Vortex number 2, but we get to gain life. Sure. And, all right, we're not casting spells without paying mana. That is a rule. We're not going to do that again. We got a new donation, Variety Black, $5 donation. Hey, Seth, I'm a big fan of Mono Blue Fairies. Especially with 2 Quicklings and Misbind Click Soft Lock. I've been toying with the idea of adding a cycling package and playing Escape Protocol for a long time. Seems decent with Spellstutter and Misbind. Thoughts? I think Escape Protocol is a super underrated card that I really like. So I actually like that idea a lot. The lock is sweet. Fairies are sweet. And I think that it's worth trying at least. I don't know if I'd play a whole... I don't know. I mean, are you playing Modern? If you're playing Modern, which I assume you are because Misbind Click, you got cycling lands? The cost of adding the package doesn't seem super high. I like it. I think it's worth trying at least. Ooh, thank you for the cheer, and thank you for the donation, Variety Black. If Wizards put all MH1 and MH2 in Arena, do you think they could just make their new format Modern? Oh, sadly, yes. Sort of, yeah. I think they kind of actually could. Oh, we're going to time out. We're taking way too long. All right, go to combat. Attack you. Get in with the Kemball. Opponent. Well, this is going to be close. But I mean, a lot of the staples do come from those sets. I know it's a little bit of a meme, but I mean, no. Yes, you could build some top tier decks with that, but what makes Modern great and what makes Pioneer great is the ability to play all different kinds of decks, and that would still be missing. So it wouldn't really add Modern, but it would get a lot of the current staples on the client, which would be sweet. All right, so we will blink. Let's see. A few things. We might be stabilizing. Even taking 5 for no reason, we might be stabilizing. Opponent, gonna activate. Sure. And stomps the Skyclave. All right. Well, that's a good one for our opponent for sure. Blink. And oh, wait. Blink. End step. Get our stuff back. Draw a card. Get rid of Roiling Vortex. Sacrifice Nylea's Presence. Get a... What are we getting, chat? Very early in Pioneer's like, oh, we're going to time out. We're so going to time out. Okay, we got to play faster so we don't time out. So Night of Autumn doesn't work because they activated. Sin Collector, you know, it might just be Tetsunari time. I'm not super worried about the creatures at the moment. You know what? Let's take Tetsunari. Long-term, Tetsunari is kind of insane. Pass the turn. Yeah, a little delay there. Stuck in a loop. My son threw up 12 times in one day, and that was with the vaccine. Poor thing is only 6. Oh my goodness, that sounds horrible. Hopefully he's all right now. I think we're good. This Tatsunari frog is going to be super sweet once we get going. We got the chem ball. I think we might be fine. We took 5 for no reason, but I think we're still fine. Oh my god, they draw another one. Opponent's been really good at drawing railing vortexes. They're drawing more vortexes, and we're drawing ways to stop vortexes. Jeez. Is that the third vortex? Pauper stream waiting room. Ooh, what are you poppering, Daniel? Tron, Vortex Tron. I'm on it. I mean, I think we're still okay. We get to make the toad. We're at 6. Our opponent can't prevent life gain this turn, so we get to 1, 2. Trial of Ambition. Make Kemi, probably better known as Kermit, kill one of your things, probably the bad token. Oh, we're going off. And then 1, 2, 3 mistapping. Enigmatic Incarnation number 2. This should do it. Aztec Sweet. And we get the drain from the frog. And now we go to combat. And then we hit you with Yarion. Down to 5. Okay. And then Trial of Ambition. Oh, here we go. This should do it. Sack Trial of Ambition. This time we're getting Night of Autumn. This time we are gaining a bunch of life. Yes, please. Up to 12. And then... oh, do we have a 1-drop that we can get? No. Well, you know what? Second Incarnation. Get Scarab God. Your go, opponent. Hey, what's up, Magic Garp? Hey, Seth, looks like my work week got delayed by another week. Oh, that was good. That was really good. Oztek's going off. Looks like my work week got delayed by another week, but at the very least, it seems as though the delay doesn't change much. My phone bill will still be paid. Still be paying off credit card debt roughly within a month, so it's like a mini vacation. Hey, it's nice to get a break once in a while. We had Letho with Tatsunari's. Oh yeah, if we could have attacked, it would have been good. Have you discussed the what's was written format? What's was written format? I'm not even sure. I'm gonna have to look that up now. When is Omniscience Draft coming back? Omniscience Draft. Whoo. Omniscience Draft is my favorite. What is the best midweek Magic event other than Omniscience Draft? Oh, let me see, Grima. 1 land, new keep. Pioneer colorless. Ooh. I don't know if I've ever seen an Eldrazi deck in Pioneer. So you're missing Eldrazi Temple, unfortunately. That's the big power piece for Modern that you don't get in Pioneer. All right, going to 5. Well, at least we found some lands. You can go to the bottom. You can go to the bottom. All right, we're good. 5 cards. I think that's a sweet idea. I like the colorless idea. I mean, you get good creatures. Mystic Forge is a really good payoff, especially with Ugin on the battlefield. Doesn't get much removal, but that's kind of the downside of being colorless. I guess there's a bit in the sideboard. I mean, that looks fun, and it's even relatively budget friendly, which is a bonus. So what is this week's midweek Magic event? Ah, it's Pioneer time. Hey, what's up, Bradsford? Good to see you, good to see you. Oh, Werewolf Pack Leader. All right, that's an issue for the moment. Well, land on black. Ugh, I don't know if we're going to be fast enough. Nylea's presence. Draw. Ooh, Chain to the Rocks. Okay, that's something, that's something. About it. Oh, all this does would be really power up that deck. Mantis Rider. Oh, and they get to draw a card. Brutal. Mm-hmm. I'd love to see a Pioneer version of your old Scarlet God Pirate deck. That could actually work, I think. Well, Chain to the Rocks. Get rid of the Pack Leader. Opponent already got some value. I mean, we are in the mold of 5 in defense of our deck. Oh, it's the fake. Okay. So how is the format? I feel like fake Pioneer is probably not super fun. Yeah, we got a Scarab God in this deck to get with our Enigmatic Incarnation. Treacherous Blessing could be good. Yeah, any sackable enchantments are pretty good. Opponent. Mantis Rider gets in, hits us. Sure. Well, I mean, we do get to Incarnation, theoretically. Yeah, I mean, we'll go for it. Keep drawing lands, but... All right, Enigmatic Incarnation time. Incarnation. End step. Sack Nylea's presence. Get... Yeah, let's get Skyclave. Get rid of Mantis Rider. Pass the turn. Apparently it's just standard decks in Winota right now. Oh, I forgot. I forgot Winota is legal in that format. Ugh. That's not great. Okay, we need a top deck. We need a top deck. We've just hit so many lands on this mold of 5. Opponent gets in, hits us. If we don't draw something, we're in trouble. Down to 8. Oh, dead. Triple dipple. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, okay. Okay, no, not quite dead. But we're gonna have to sack our Enigmatic Incarnation, which is not great. Oh, no, it doesn't even work. Well, yeah, we are dead. Is there a 2-drop that saves us? Not really. And we'd be giving our opponent back a 3/3. All right, well, sure. Hopefully you have no humans in hand. Now, you can't actually sack Enigmatic Incarnation to itself. We did it earlier because we had 2 copies, so you can sacrifice it to each other. Hey, what's up, Die Gorko? I love you, too. All right, there's the human. That's lethal. Well, we won't mulligan to 5 this time, hopefully. Huh. Hey, what's up, Smigama? How are you? Good to see you, good to see you. Opponent's playing humans. Well, Massacre Girl in. Portable Holes in. Go down. Eidolon. Deafening Silence. Wandering Mind. I do think we want more than 1 4-drop. 1 4-drop seems like not enough. And so do you think that we're actually going to get Pioneer on Arena? Do you think it's going to happen? What do you think this format's going to be? Wizards promise it's coming soon, like within the next month or 2. What do you think for the non-historic, no alchemy, non-rotating format? It's just going to be a new Arena invention? Oh, I hope they do. I really hope they do. All right, let's try it like that. What's the best way to share a deck with you? You can leave it in the chat, and we can look at it right here. You can also, if you want to make sure I have a hard copy forever, because stuff from the stream doesn't always... Oh, no. Not again. Oh, we do have... Oh, we have so much removal. I guess we can't cast this yet. Yeah, all right. Yep. Well, this will keep. Fires to the bottom. Sand's still not good. We can cast Naturalist, and that's about it. About it. Unclaim territory. We need lands that made other colors of mana. Thrabes. Yeah, my faith in... Ooh, that's actually really good. My faith in Arena is probably near its all-time low, honestly. Sadly. I can't believe we've gotten to the point that we're at with it. Well, let's get down Jukai, the chillest monk in the multiverse. That's my biggest fear, is if they add Pioneer, that they'll start adding, like, doing Pioneer Horizons and so forth, which, it would be so not ideal. Ooh. All right, so Nylea's Presence. Draw a card. This might be a good turn. Land on black. Land on black. Portable Hole. Actually, let's just attack. Maybe they block. Who knows? Who knows with those wacky human players? Maybe they don't care about Thrabes. Get and hit you. Opponent down to 18. I don't know if we cast this even. You know what? Let's just pass. Let's pass it Omen of the Sea. Could there be a content creator petition, a group that rallies the crowd? So what would we petition for? Like, let's say we were gonna try to do something. What specific things would be requesting? Well, let's Omen of the Sea. Reflector Mage. Bottom and top. I think that's fine. We were thinking about IPA drafts, but this Pioneer deck is spicy, so it got us. About it. Does some reflecting, does some attacking. Make janky cards be 2-for-1 wild cards, commons included in Alchemy. It seems like it would be hard for Wizards to know what counts as janky, if that makes any amount of sense. But I do like those ideas. So that's what we should do. We should come up with some specific requests and then go from there. Because it could be possible, like, we could probably talk to other content creators, to other members of the community, to the community at large, and maybe could you imagine if we did a petition and there were, like, 100,000 people that signed it or something? I don't know if we could get that number, but maybe that could do something. Maybe it would at least send a pretty strong message. Do we want to change to the rocks the Reflector Mage? Do we even care? Yeah, let's wait for now. It's only a 2/3. What's the worst that could happen? The Resurgent Curse deck looks fun. Dovescape with the lockout with Curse of Misfortunes is super sweet tail spinner. About it. Hey Seth, so you said that if Wizards were to put Pioneer on Arena, they should do a Pioneer Masters on Arena, followed by putting the rest of the cards on Arena. What cards would be in the Pioneer Master set, do you think? Ooh, so here's what I'd be looking for. Opponent gets in and hits us. I would be looking for Winter Milan with the gift sub to Mega Magikarp. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. This feels like a collected company. Well, we would like a payoff. Discard Portable Hole. Discard Naturalist. Archon kind of counts. Well, go to combat. Ooh. A little bit scared about this, but we're going to go to combat. We're going to attack. How bad can the Coco be? So I would say that the Pioneer Master set should focus on heavily played cards that aren't already on Arena. So we actually have lists of, like, the most played cards in formats. And we can look at them and figure it out. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Actually, all right. Shipwreck Marsh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Archon. Archon should be helpful. Chain to the Rocks. Do you have the... They really don't have Coco? What is our opponent's hand if they don't have Coco? I am so confused. Or they're just being patient and not... I'm very, very, very confused. All right, your go, opponent. They're just going to end step it? Huh. I would think you'd want to do it in response. So here are the most played cards in Pioneer. These are the most played overall, the most played creatures, the most played spells. So I would be looking at especially higher rarity cards that are not easy to replace. The best disenchant or random disenchant, that doesn't really matter. Not the best Coco. So which of these cards are not on Arena? That's basically what I want. And then put them in that set. So if you're looking at like the most played cards, many of them are already there. And that's part of what makes it such an appealing option for Arena is we already got a lot of this table. Like look at this creature list. Arena. Do we have both of those? We're missing one of those, right? So you might need one more elf. Arena. Voice Resurgence. That would be one. Arena. Like, so far we're 20 cards in. Kalitas, that's 3 out of 20 that are already there. It seems really, really easy, and the spells are pretty similar. Like, there's a few that aren't there, but Wizards with one master set could easily get the top 500,000 cards, like a huge chunk of the format already there and playable, so... How do I make opening packs more fun? The wildcard wheel and standardized prices of all cards makes packs the exact same value, and packs need to have a variety to be fun. How do we do that in a wildcard world? The best I could come up with would, and I don't even know if this would do it, but I think they'd have to be more like collector boosters. Like, what if they had really sweet card styles or so forth included? All right, opponent gets in, draws a card. Oh, we really don't want to lose this Archon. Oh, this actually works. This token attacking is actually a positive for us. Block here. Opponent draws a card. We don't really have wraths. This is close. This is scary. Opponent hits us. Enigmatic Incarnation? Maybe? Toad Rider. All right. Well, flip the Saga. Trigger. Sweet synergy. Make that Pegasi. 1, 2, 3. Do a little bit of Toad Riding. Oh, wow. Tetsunari's like... so good. So good. All right. Trial of Ambition. Make Kermit. And a Pegasus. And finally get rid of the Thraben Inspector, which is apparently never going to die. Okay. We've built a pretty impressive board. Opponent loses Thrabes. We go to combat. We hit you with the Archon to gain back some life. We might be doing it. Hey, what's up, Time Traveling Terminator? First time in years seeing it. Did you travel back in time for the stream? Oh, good to see you. Oh, sick today. I'm sorry, Alf. Hopefully you feel better. Did you see the news about Storybook Brawl being brought? Yeah, I just saw that before the stream launch. I don't actually know FXX or something. I don't actually know the company that bought it, but so yeah, I did see it. What is the company that bought it? Opponent. FTX. What is FTX? Opponent. There are a lot of different types of decks that you could build. Oh, a crypto. Why? Huh? A crypto NFT exchange? Why would they buy Storybook Brawl? That's weird. That's... Why? What's the... That's very weird. All right, General Coup. Opponent's going off too. Wow, look at this big board. Who wins the big board battle? I'm not sure. Opponent gets to exile. Okay, all of our stuff's small enough that it does survive the general. Goes to combat, and we do actually have a Kiki. Sneaky Kiki. Opponent with a huge attack. Okay. Going off. Exiling. Oh, this game's getting interesting. Why would a NFT crypto company buy a game? That's very, very, very strange. What do we do? So we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opponent has 1, 2, 3 blockers. 1, 2. Wait, if we just swing back, do we win? 7, 12, 17. Oh, that's so much damage. So we gotta block something. To gain maybe that's the idea. Oh, yeah, the Atla Fox thing, I don't think is Psi technology indeed. Technology. This can copy something. This is a annoyingly big attack. Yeah, I don't really know understand blockchain. NFTs, I also like I kind of understand what they are, but I don't really understand the appeal of them. Maybe I'm not the the target demographic, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Also, buying video game companies, all that also doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Weird. Very weird all around. I feel like this choice is make or break. Like, this is going to win or lose us the game, how we interact with this attack step. I mean, we can just do some chumping. All right, 1, 2. So we kill the Adeline. And then... block here. All right, we'll block a bunch. All right, well, do some blocking. Stay alive. Yeah, I don't really think the Atla Fox thing would necessarily do what we're hoping it would do. When it comes down to it, unfortunately. Like, I wish it would, but... Okay, opponent goes to 11. They grow their dork. Oh. 1, 2. So we can scry for 3. We really need an enchantment. I guess we can also just cycle. Ooh, Skyclave. Skyclave's not bad. Is it good? Is it good enough? We don't have an enchantment to enter the battlefield. Well, we kill something. 1, 2, 3. NFTs are genius. Why buy something when you can buy nothing? uh, yeah, it's not something I especially understand. Well, Skyclave. We're at 17. We can gain back some life. Now let's get rid of, I think, Pack Leader. The card draw is a problem. Yeah, let's get rid of Pack Leader. Go to combat. Attack you. Gain a bit of life. About it. New booster product, X2 rare. X1 wildcard, X1 cosmetic. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be the pathway forward for Arena, honestly. Like, I think that's what could make packs exciting. Like, if you could get some cool card style, but even there, like, the overarching problem with packs on Arena is they're all valueless, essentially. Goring and Verse for the 27th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It still suffers by the same problem. Like, sure, you get a cool card style, but when it comes down to it, you can't really trade it. You can't sell it. I don't know. How much do you think the value aspect plays into pack opening being fun? Like, for me, I think that's a big part of it. Well, this is a pretty, oh no, really? Okay, Coco trying to hit a Reflector Mage. No Reflector Mage, please. No Reflector Mage, please. Skyclave Kiki Jiki is so good. Oh my god. Thrabe's Thalia Lieutenant. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. That is not what we were afraid of. Opponent grows the dorks. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. We're so close. Opponent, a million triggers. All their stuff grows. They get a clue. They evolve. But we get a Skyclave Apparition, which gets to snag this Thalia's loot. Actually, yeah, snag the Thalia's Lieutenant. You know what? What do we snag? Maybe Kuduro's better. Kuduro's annoying. We'll just get rid of the Thalia's Lieutenant. That's the biggest. Then we get to block with the Skyclave since it's going away anyway. Take a little. Oh my goodness, our deck's, it's coming together. It's coming together. It's coming together. Opponent, sure, gets back their token. That's fine. Breeding Pool tapped, one card in hand. We still have our Kiki. This is a Kiki Jiki win. This is a Kiki Jiki win, I think. Chain to the Rocks, that is a good one. That is a very, very good one. Chain to the Rocks. Target our mountain. Make a frog. Pretty good. Mega Pegasus, also pretty good. Get rid of your experiment one. Yes. And then if we attack with everything, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. It's still sketchy. So we can hit our opponent for 6. And then blocks. So we can't win this turn. I'll go to combat. Hit you with the Archon. Opponent goes to 5. Cycle the Triome. Into Omen of the Sea. Okay, that's not bad. We'll pass the turn. We still got our Kiki Jiki. Opponent. We're gonna go to 3 to sack the clue. Desperation. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We still got Keeks. Opponent attempts. And I don't think we're casting Yarion this game. I think we'd rather... I mean, I guess Yarion to blink all the enchantments pretty good too. Another Thalia's Lieutenant, sure. I mean, I think we're just good. I think we just got him. I think it's just over. Opponent exiles, grows the dorks. We still got our Kiki Jiki. Opponent needs something really, really good here. Adeleine. Okay. I mean, that is good. Cool to see the humans deck in Pioneer. I feel like this deck's gotten so much more possible thanks to Secluded Courtyard. Like, that's a card that kind of makes it work. So, chat, explain those things to me. What is blockchain? What is blockchain? Opponent. Watching the Commander Clash podcast was Chandra Torch of Defiance skipped over. Ooh, I don't think we talked about Chandra, did we? Blockchain is a technology looking for a problem to solve. People are trying to jam it into games for the sake of getting it into gold mines. It's a Ponzi scheme. Well, like, I appreciate the opinion on it. Like, I'm curious what it actually is, because I hear people talk and argue about blockchain all the time, but I actually don't really know what that means. like what is it? And I actually don't know. Yeah, maybe I am gonna regret Chain to the Blocks. Maybe this is not a good stream conversation. So opponent all out swing. So we Kiki Jiki. Copy our Skyclave. Get rid of the General Kudrow. Shrink the dorks. Opponent grows the dorks. I mean, we got it. Combat. We will block the biggest thing. Block. And sure. Oh, that's attacking. And block. All right. So do some blocking. Stuff dies. But in the end, opponent, Skyclave Apparition. Regardless of whether you think it will happen or not, Alefox would be a good thing for Magic. As an average player, do you think Magic is going uphill or downhill? Hang on, let's close out this game, and then I will read this comment as we do not sideboard. All right, this should just do it. Archon. 2 flyers. Both of them are lethal. Wow, we got to see the Kiki Jiki power. We got to see the power of Reflections of Kiki Jiki really just win us that crazy game. Okay, so regardless of whether you think it'll happen or not, Alefox would be good for Magic. As an average player, do you think Magic is going uphill or downhill? Most people familiar with the game would say downhill, while most investors who don't know the game would say uphill. That is the reason that splitting Hasbro and Wizards could be good for the game. Investors would be more focused on the game and more aware of how unsustainable the current plan is. I mean, I think the idea of splitting Wizards from Hasbro is it's interesting. I still don't know how Alefox would convince Hasbro to actually do that, or Hasbro shareholders to do that, but I think that could be interesting. At the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. When I think of like a hedge fund or an activist investor coming in and taking over the board of a company, normally when I hear that, the things that don't pop into my mind are like, oh, this is going to be very player friendly. Because I assume that the idea is to, make a bunch of money. So that's what makes me a little nervous that there would be a ton of positive changes. Just because when it comes down to it, like, I mean, that's the whole reason that the whole idea of any of this exists, right? Is for the investors to make money. So, hey Seth, have you ever thought about doing another Planeswalker tribal deck for Modern Pioneer? I would love to see an Ashiok tribal deck. We're about due for another Planeswalker tribal deck. There is a Super Friends, Mirrorbox Super Friends list coming tomorrow for Against the Odds, so that'll have to fill the void for now. But yeah, we're ready. It's time for another straight up Planeswalker tribal deck. It's basically a public ledger. Everyone who can publicly see who owns what, and you could buy, sell, and trade items on it. The problem is it only represents the ownership of things, but not actually the thing itself, like a deed. It's very inefficient since if 1 million trades are made a day, everyone on the blockchain needs to know about those. Interesting. I'll have to research it more. Is there still a card conduit affiliate link? Getting ready to submit some cards. Would love to support you and the boys if possible. Side note, I've read your article highlighting it. Would you still recommend as a way to offload largest collections for someone without a lot of time? Yeah. I think if you don't have the time to do the buy listing yourself, I think it's a great option. If you're someone who really loves buy listing or you have tons of time, you're probably going to come out a bit ahead if you do it yourself because they're going to sell to buy lists. So you're just like saving yourself the percentage essentially. But yeah, if you don't have the time, it's a really good option to the point where I have also been considering sending in an order to get rid of stuff. The code is cardconduit.com/MTG Goldfish. You'll get you a 10% discount. Yeah, so selling it to Card Kingdom is great. The only downside is if you don't have the time, buy listing is just a little time consuming. But if you have the time, selling directly to something like Card Kingdom probably will end up netting you a little bit more. I think the other way it would end up netting you a lot more is if you're going to take store credit and you're getting a like 20% bonus or something. But then still, like, it just, I've done a lot of buy listing in my day, a lot of buy listing, and the like typing and sorting and all that stuff, it's time consuming. It is time consuming. Well, we need to kill this. Pathway on black. Pathway on black. Trial of Ambition. We also got a not timeout. We only got 5 minutes on our clock. We've been doing a lot of talking and not playing super quickly. Opponent untaps. Oh, I didn't know that was an option. Interesting. What is buy listing defined? So, big MTG vendors who sell cards, most of them at least, will also buy your cards. So if you want to get rid of some cards, you can sell them directly to them, and they'll have what's called a buy list on their site that'll tell you how much they'll pay for each of the cards. So that's one of the ways, especially if you don't have anyone local as far as a LGS or people to trade with, one of the ways that you can trade card for card essentially, or just get money out of your cards. I'll play this on blue. 1, 2. Nylea's Presence. Draw a card. Oh my god, that's a Massacre Girl. That is a Massacre Girl. Portable Hole. Get rid of Thalia's Lieutenant. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. Oh my god, a Massacre Girl. Oh, opponent. Land. They might be cocoing, but this Massacre Girl could be very, very good. Opponent passes. Omen of the Sea. Well, 1, 2, and 3. Moonblessed Cleric. Go digging for Enigmatic Incarnation, I believe. Actually, is Fire's better? Let's take Incarnation. Watery Grave tapped. Hope this Coco's not too devastating. Come on. Whiff, whiff, whiff. Whiff, whiff, whiff. We need a whiff. We need a whiff. Why was yesterday a much brew instead of budget magic? Just a editing timing thing. The person who was editing it, our editor that does some gameplay stuff, had a funeral to go to, so it threw off their schedule, but the Mucha Brew had already been edited. Wow, those are actually pretty good. But the Mucha Brew had already been edited, so I figured that rather than just missing a video altogether, it would be better to throw things up in a different order. But don't worry, Monday still is Budget Magic Day in general. Oh my goodness. Oh, we would love a land. Oh, what we would give. Opponent attacks. Oh, this Massacre Girl would be so game ending. Opponent. I don't even know if we want to block. I kind of feel like we just want it to stay alive. Ugh. Oh, we gotta block. I mean, we still should have the sweep, so we'll block. We take 4. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Show us that untapped land. Show us that untapped land. It would be a actual massacre. Opponent. Where a pack leader still gets massacred. Come on. Come on. Untapped land. Oh, Enigmatic Incarnation. That's an untapped land. Okay. That's sketchy. Well, 1, 2, 3. And there's a Thalia. All right. Well, Omen of the Seas. Go digging for a land. Oh, this might kill us. Bottom, top. Play the land. Chain to the rocks. Get rid of the Adaline. Pass the turn. Is it going to be enough? Oh, that turn it would have been game over. It would have been game over. About it. Oh, yeah, that's... It had been so long since we'd taken our turn, I forgot. It was last turn that we played the Moonbuzz Cleric, wasn't it? Found it. More clues. Yeah, you're right. That is on us, isn't it? We did put that on top. Shh. Chat, you weren't supposed to remember that. About it. Sags the clue, grows the tracker. Is this tracker going to be too big for us to answer? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I guess Massacre Girl should still get there. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks with everything. Draws a card. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, we gotta take it. We're all in on this Massacre Girl. It's frightening. If they hit another Coco, it's especially frightening. All right. To the face. Oh. Come on. You gotta go. Oh, thanks for hanging out, Fuel Cold. Opponent hits us. Down to 14. Down to 7. Adaline. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a massacre. Oh my goodness. No one expects a Massacre Girl. All right. Chomp. Chomp. Eat 'em all. Eat 'em all. Eat 'em all. Yes. Okay. Back in it. And we got the Incarnation in hand. Play the land. Pass the turn. Massacre Girl. It's the singletons are mostly because of our Enigmatic Incarnation. We got a ton of ways to turn them up, to tutor them up. Kelclaw just joined the Goldfish recently. One of the best decisions. Getting live updates on streams and videos is great, as I have most notifications unenabled. Well, I appreciate that you have our notifications enabled. Good to see you, Kelclaw. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. First time sub. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. About it. Well, now we gotta win before we run out of time. That is the last step. I'm mostly worried about getting janked out by Coco. All right, kills the Massacre Girl, sure. And Chemball. 1 card in hand. Well, yeah. We will take some damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enigmatic Incarnation down to 5. Go to our end. You know what? Let's play the Triome. Pass the turn. End step. Sacrifice Trial of Ambition. Get... Ugh. Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of the Chemball. 1:44. Can we do it in time? All right, chat. I gotta pay attention. I gotta pay attention to the time, or we're gonna time out. Opponent. Passing. Please no Cocos. Please no Cocos. That's the one thing we're really afraid of. Omen of the Sea. Put on top. Put on top. Untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarion Sky Nomad. Run it out. Do some blinking. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! That was... Huh. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We got a plan for this. Wow, that's a punt to keep in mind. That's actually some... Oh no, 55 seconds is not many. Bottom. Draw a card, 50 seconds. Oh my god. Top, bottom. Can we do it in time? That's the real question. We draw a card. We sacrifice the Omen of the Sea, 39 seconds. We get Deputy of Detention to get rid of the Adeline, 33 seconds. We pass the turn. We don't get hit by Coco, 32 seconds. We F6. Can we get there in time? Experiment 1, sure. Opponent passes. We play a tap land. Oh my goodness, this is going to be close. Go to combat. Swing. Opponent. Oh no. Blocks. Sure. End step. Sacrifice Omen. Get a Tetsunari. Pass the turn. Opponent's at 11. Untaps. About it. Werewolf Pack Leader. Passes. 1, 2, 3. Glasspool Mimic. Copy Skyclave. Get rid of Pack Leader. Attack all. Opponent. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna die because... Oh no. What a way to lose. Oh. Well. That's what we get. It's because you blinked. I mean, it's because of there's a million things you can vote. Wow, we were 100% to win that too. I mean, the real reason it happens is we just talk so much to chat. Like that's kind of the issue. I mean, I think like for all intents and purposes, that was a win. Like there was no way we can lose. So as far as how good the deck is, I think we encountered as a win. Although honestly, as far as prizes, it's obviously not going to count. I blame, yeah, blockchain, NFTs. It was, if I had not asked that question, what is blockchain? We would not have had to read the questions in the comments about what blockchain was, and we would have had many minutes left on the clock, and we would have easily won. Oh boy. Yeah, it's funny because I like never time out. The only time I ever time out is if I'm streaming or if Bear like eats through a wire or something. But it's timing out is not usually an actual concern. Well, Triumph go. Oh, it's blockchain's fault. On a happier note, when I was a kid, I loved upgrading the heck out of my video game consoles and portable attachments. Well, when I started doing that with my collection, I'm going to end up with a 1080p 60 FPS GameCube with all the wacky attachments and games. That's cool. I didn't actually know that was a thing you could do. That's actually super sweet. Think you could redo Force Fruition in 2022 Modern, maybe a Teamer Ramp version, Fast Fruition. Ooh, that could be a fun one to revisit. What are some of the best old against the odds style cards to revisit? What's at the top tier? You know what? Let's just get Yarion. Actually, they probably have Thoughtseize. Let's Trial of Ambition. Before they start making a bunch of 1/1 Anvil tokens and make Trial of Ambition pretty bad. Oh, Journey to Eternity is a good one. Oh, I know you've been wanting me to revisit Empires for the Empiretron cycle for a while, Magikarp. That could be a fun one, though. All right. Bone Crusher Giant. But it passes. Well, there's a Moonblast Cleric. That's good. Moonblast Carrick is actually kind of sweet that it puts the card on top. Putting the card on top means it doesn't get hit by Thoughtseize, which is actually kind of huge. All right, we're playing faster this time. We're not going to let that happen again. Oh, Baron Glory is such a tough one, but it's so satisfying to win with because it's such a challenge. Also, a reminder, as we're doing this, that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Graveyard Trespasser, sure. Fortnite, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. But it hits us. Well, incarnation time. Land on white. This should be a good turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enigmatic incarnation. Chain to the rocks. Get rid of Bone Crusher Giant. End step. Sack Trial of Ambition. Get a what? I mean, I guess just answering that's pretty good. Although we'd have to discard, don't we? I don't really want to discard. Oh, let's just Gloom Shrieker. Enters the battlefield, put permanent card from a grave to your hand. All right, let's just Gloom Shrieker. This is a good way to answer the Trespasser without having to target and discard. Oh, Trading Post is one of my pet cards. I'm definitely down with Trading Post. Oh, it's just such a cool card. So much value. Give this deck a try in Arena one day, but warning, timing out a thing. Yeah, we just timed out last round, actually. With lethal on the stack, we were so close. It was really, we would have had it if that Enigmatic Incarnation didn't trigger. If we could have just skipped past that, I think we would have just gotten there, but about it. Thoughtseize. And, wow, sacking the blood. All right, discards Blood Tithe Harvester to draw a card. Goes to combat. Attacks us. We take it. Sure. But we got the Trial of Ambition, so that's fine. What? Okay, here's another question. Not a better question, because I do want to revisit a lot of those cards. What is a card we've never played on Against the Odds that deserves to be Against the Oddsified? I feel like one of the challenges of Against the Odds is we've played a lot of the classics, like the Phages and Baron Glories. So those are all in the revisit camp. Is there anything that we haven't played that deserves to be an Against the Odds episode? Flame Shadow Conjuring. I don't think we've ever played Flame Shadow Conjuring. That's actually a really good one. Well, all right. Trial of Ambition. Kill something. Chain to the Rocks. So we got to discard our land. Oh, this thing's actually kind of annoying, isn't it? Well, yeah, Chain to the Rocks. Graveyard Trespasser is like a legit card. Yeah, discard, get rid of it. End step. That means we can't put Yarion in hand, unfortunately. I'll hit ya. For 2. Sack the Trial of Ambition. Get... None of these cards are that exciting. Moonblast Cleric to get... Hell, there's nothing good to get. Have we done World Slayer? Oh, I actually can't remember. I feel like we did a long time ago. I know we did Mechanized Production before. Oh, Boldwire Heavyweights. We've never actually done Boldwire Heavyweights. And someone sent us that super janky viewer deck. I want to see an Abzan Wormcoil Engine tribal deck where the whole deck is creatures that die and split into multiples. Ooh, there's a bunch of slimes that do that. Conclave, that's actually a funny idea. And that would be something that would be interesting. I believe Amesis is the one win the game card we've never won a game with. I think that's the only one. Liliana's Oath and Cheap Changelings. Oh, the win the game demon one? Yeah, we played that demon-y, but I don't think we've ever played it with Changelings. Well, let's just take Wandering Mind, I guess. And get a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Ooh, Guild Feud could be really fun. That could be really fun. Oh, by the way, this week's not against odds. This week's against odds is really sweet. The Super Friends Mirror Box deck, but this week's Commander Clash is also a pretty good one. All right, Sorin tokens. Opponent's out of cards. Opponent passes. Triome. Well, 1, 2, 3. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Make a dork. Go to combat. We gotta kill the Sorin, unfortunately. Oh, actually, but Menace. We do get to kill the Sorin easily. Gloom Shrieker. Take down the Sorin. Menace paying off for once. And then, you know what? We're going to play the Triome. Play the Triome. End of turn. Sack the Gloom Shrieker. Get a Archon. Go. Did you have your speech about Magic Arena prepared ahead of time? I did think of it ahead of time. When I was building the deck, well, because I had to build the deck, and the deck was actually like kind of built around the speech a little bit. And then I thought it was really funny, and then I recorded it, and then I was afraid that it was too harsh, but I think it went fine. People liked it. I just wanted to make it sure it was super, super clear that it wasn't directed at any specific person. So I wanted to make sure that was clear, because I didn't want it to be like bashing on a specific dev or something. That was the only part that made me nervous, is like, because I compared like the commander to a dev that makes bugs and so forth, and I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew this wasn't supposed to be like pointing fingers at any individual, and it was supposed to be just like kind of a meme takedown of Arena as a whole. I love the Shrine video. You ever thought about trying it in Pioneer? So the problem with Pioneers, we're missing the OG shrines, although I think it still should be fine. So yeah, we're missing the OG shrines, but I still think there's enough that we can make a deck out of it. So opponent's just playing Rakdos mid-range, I guess. I wonder what matchup do we want Katosi for? Is it this one? We'll have to try that. We'll have to try Pioneer Shrines. Inferno of the Star Mounts is the closest to a you win the game card that we have in Standard that you haven't done. Oh, you're right. I feel like Inferno of the Star Mounts is too spiky. Too spiky for Against the Odds. Like, I think it's just like a good card. That's one of the other challenges with Against the Odds. With cards getting better, like that has a bit of Against the Odds text on it, but at the same time, it also is just kind of like a good card, really. Oh, the video, I can. Do you? I'm fine. You wanna see it? If you haven't seen it, I can. It's only a minute. The highlight version. All right, I'll play it. We can watch it together. I wanna see what people think if they haven't seen it yet. Hang on, let me find it. Oh, actually, we should sideboard as well. Portable holes in. We gotta cut one more of something, but what? Oh, no. Oh my god. All right, 2 portable holes in. Run it like that. Oh, we have a new sub as well. From Nobody for the 47th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. All right, here it is. My shining moment of monologues. All right, ready? Here it is.
But now I want to hear from Seth. Seth, you're like the biggest gamer I know. You follow all the pop culture. What is your commander? And what esport are you picking?
So I think I'm at a disadvantage this week. I don't watch that many esports, but there is one esport, a top esport even, maybe even a top 5 esport that I do watch, and that is Magic the Gathering Arena. So I am playing Bug Tribal, led by Grist the Hunger Tide, which is kind of like a dev that makes bugs. My deck's really expensive. It's over $8,000 in paper, but all I get for it's a whole bunch of bugs. It's missing some really important features. I don't have any removal or sweepers in my deck. Stuff that pretty much everyone agrees you need to make a good commander deck, but I was too busy finding the right basic lands, the card styles, to actually fix it. I don't have any tutors, so if I need a card, I just gotta spam draw until I get lucky and find it. There's some random crashes in my deck, Crash of the Rhino Beetles, for example. Honestly, I think there's like a really small chance that my deck will work because it's probably misbuilt, and I was too busy working on spoiler videos and preparing for the next secret lair drop to fix it. But it doesn't matter because my win con is Revel in Riches, and it's gonna give me an endless supply of treasures, whether I deserve it or not.
Jesus Christ. Oh, this was like a rap battle.
Yeah, that was it. My favorite part is just the reactions. The reactions from Phil and Richard is really what makes it for me. They just like they just laugh so much. So yeah, that was it. Wait, what happened to? Oh, the chat should come back. Try Magda echoing equation. Ooh. This one lander could be greedy. Magda echoing equation and pump it immediately. Ooh, that could be fun. A bunch of Magdas does sound sweet. I'm playing in a Serac Paradox engine deck in his store. Ooh, we played a version of that. And it was really fun when it goes off. That's not a land. Uh-oh. Playing Paradox Engine Combo to Historic, I'm loving it, but I am using Tome of the Infinite over Ominous Traveler to save wild cards, and Tome is tutorable with Inventor's Fair. That's a neat idea. I could see that being pretty good there. Infinite tutoring, and then you cast the spells. Uh-oh. Well. Ooh, this is what we get for trusting the magic gods. One land. How many times do you think we have to one land, one keep and have it not work out until I stop keeping one landers? Do you think it'll ever happen? Do you think I ever will stop? I have my doubts. Oh my god, that's not a land still. All right, well, please don't blow up this land, opponent. All right, kill that. Yeah. We're pretty far behind. That's okay. Kill it. Can't stop, won't stop. Not happening. Vote it. Discarding it. Well, we're fizzling our opponent's removal by not having any threats. Go blank. Well, we have plenty of cards in hand. How about 2 fires? I'm worried about the untapping and playing Sorin to draw cards. That would be the way this would... Oh my... Golly gee, that's a 5-drop. Kalitas. All right, land. Untapped. Off the top. Oh my god, it is. So land on green and Trial of Ambition. Well, they say that Mana Screw beats Mana Flood. We'll see. Out of here, Kalitas. We're making strides. We still need blue mana, but we got land number 2 here on turn number 6. About it. Oh no. Oh dear. That's even worse than Sorin. That's absolutely brutally devastating. Oh, we're super dead. Who plays Obnixilis? Who plays Omnixilus? No one. Only our opponent. Yeah, it does not generate the blue mana that we need to Omen of the Sea to hit more lands. Well, there goes Omen of the Sea anyway. About it. Yeah, Omnixilus is an issue. Omnixilus is a sweet card. It is the most cookie cutter planeswalker I think Wizards has ever designed, but it's not bad, especially in this scenario where we just really can't do anything. All right, that's a triumph. That's a triumph. One more land, and we might play a spell on turn 8. Theoden Marcel. Opponent's drawing so many cards. Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 7th month. Hey, both of them. Hey, Seth, do you think the midweek Magic event is a trial run for the new Eternal format on Arena? It definitely is. Wizards has actually said that they're trying out this did not work. Wizards has actually said that they're trying out these formats for adding a new Eternal format. So I think it definitely is a test. Our opponent's just drawing too many cards. It's turn 9. It's turn 9 and we have cast hardly anything. Opponent hits a Thoughtseize to take our Enigmatic Incarnation and kills our Naturalists. Oh, boy. Welcome to the Fishbowl, by the way. Big scoops here for you. Opponent goes to combat. It's us. Well, now drawing a land doesn't even do anything. An opponent discards to get... Hey, it's a land! Ugh, but it's just way too late. Oh, yeah. We gave our opponent forever to draw Thoughtseizes and take our Enigmatic Incarnations, and they're drawing so many cards each turn. This deck wins with Magda, Echoing Equation, Tutor, Pump, Inferno, about 1 in 8 games. Could make it even more all-in as a combo, less good stuff. Ooh. Let me see you, Rooker. So you're trying to Magda and then Echoing Equation on Magda to make a bunch of treasures and then tutor out Inferno with the Star Mounts? We've played Finn Echoing Equation. Oh, it's a tap land. All right, I think we're gonna call it at this point. Opponent's drawn half their deck here. Well, the good news is our opponent drew half their deck and it didn't immediately kill us. So maybe we're fine if we keep a hand that actually has some amount of actual action. Lands that let us cast our Magic the Gathering cards. We've played Dubious Challenge a bunch of times. Dubious Challenge Amara. Wait, what is the second card? We've played a bunch of Dubious Challenge. Yeah, that does sound funny when it goes off, Rucker. Indian folk metal. I've never heard Indian folk metal. Sounds interesting. Trying to get into modern. Wait, what deck was this about? I think I missed the initial question. What was the modern deck you were asking about, BDC? I think I literally played against this deck Friday at my LGS in Enigmatic Incarnation pile. It's possible. I've seen people build around it. It's definitely not a tier deck, but it's a thing people do on occasion. Have you ever done Legacy Verdant Succession against odds? No idea how you win with it, but there should be something to do. So there's only ever been one Legacy against odds. Actually, that might not be true. There might have been 2. We might have done Minotaurs, but I know we did Panharmonicon. That's the one that I normally think of. So we haven't done many Legacy against odds. Would you like Legacy against odds? Legacy against odds would open up there as far as cards that we... Hey, thank you, Magikarp. As far as cards that we haven't played before, which would be interesting. Because there are some pretty interesting old cards that we just never got a chance to play because they're not in Modern or Pioneer. On the other hand, well, I mean, I guess we'll keep this, mostly because we have lands, and after last game and the brutality of it, I do like having lands. The downside is Legacy is a weird format, and to actually, there's a couple things working against it. One is Legacy is a Force of Will format, so just running out your jank combo, not especially practical, thanks to Force of Will being there to get you. The other thing is the decks would be really expensive. That's kind of unavoidable. Like, if we're trying to do a cool against the odds thing, I think we would still play, like, the real mana base or whatever. Like, I think we'd be at a really huge disadvantage if we're trying to pull off a janky kill, and we were also, like, playing shock lands and not playing Force of Will, and, like, trying to play budget, too. I think we would just never really be able to pull off what we were trying to pull off, most likely. Vintage is the highest power level format. That's similar to Legacy, but then you also have the Power 9, and there's no ban cards outside of like anti cards or whatever, but there's no ban cards in the format. They're all there. Oh, all right. Well, land go. We're slowly working towards playing something. We could really use one more untap land. We've dodged multiple Thought Seizes. Jeez. All right, come on, untap land. Opponent, discard spell number. Oh, we've discarded 4 cards. Untap land. Omen of the Sea. Actually, maybe we just run it out now to hit our land drop. Omen of the Sea. Well, okay, bottom. Oh no. Oh, this time we come a 3-lander. We're still gonna get mana screwed. Not good. And discarded into Oblivion. Opponent, Planeswalker off the top. Well, do we draw land? No. Oh no. This is the worst. Curse. We're cursed because of asking about blockchain. Asking what blockchain was. That's where it all went downhill. Timeout into double brutal mana screw with the win in hand as our opponent plays Planeswalkers and casts Thought Seizes. That's where it all went downhill. Against Odds does not have a budget restriction, although, I mean, in Legacy, prices are just so wild that it does concern me a little bit that the prices would be so ridiculously high. Opponent gets in, hits us. All right, let's try them. Oh, the worst. And a go blank off the. Yeah, that does it. Wow, that's this one's a frustrating one. This one's a really frustrating one. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? Oh, what can you do? I mean, that's a hypothetical. The answer is nothing. Yeah, I mean, we get to play a thing, it doesn't matter, and we will scoop it up. Wow. The sad thing is I think we're like incredibly favored against our opponent's deck. Because the one game where we actually just like had a semi-functional hand, it was not even a little bit close. So that's part of what makes that frustrating. Just because I feel like, if we're not getting Magic God hate in no lands, I think we just run over that deck super easy. I don't know how they keep up with our value, but you gotta cast your spells to generate value. You hate Go Blank. Interesting. Go Blank doesn't seem like a super hateable card. When are they doing Secret Lair Reserve List? Yeah, I wish. I don't know. Did you see there was an article on SCG about using gold border cards to get around the reserve list? Opponent gets in. Oh, the record on screen is technically correct. Well, I gotta update it. But our last game, we timed out with 100% win situation right before we could attack because we were talking about what blockchain is for so long. About it, Monastery Swiftspear. Yeah, the problem, the gold border idea is like kind of neat, but the opponent gonna cast a burn spell. Yeah, we'll see. We do have a couple of our life gainers, but we'll see if we're... Oh, Titan Strength? Okay. We'll see if we're too slow here. Like, we're on the draw, and our opponent's off to a pretty fast start, and we are not. Deafening Silence. That doesn't seem to do anything. Well, land on black. Go. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be alive when we get to Arcana and Tolsimer with our opponent winning the die roll. Have you ever seen the price of a gold-bordered Gaia Cradle? It would solve nothing. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the concern is if you made those cards legal, then I think those prices just go up a ton and it still defeats the purpose. If the goal is to make the game cheaper and more accessible, I don't think it would do it. The solution is Wizards getting rid of the reserve list. Dreadhorde Arcanist, eh? Well, I think we got to hit a removal spell here to have any hope, or we're just super dead. Not a removal spell. Not a removal spell. Naturalist. Not technically castable. I mean, there is a cost to being 5 colors, which when you're playing 5 colors, you do get some clunky mana situations. The lack of lands in an absolute sense is more unfortunate, but color screw is a thing. The deck was Dimir Thieves. Like I said, trying to get into Modern. Do you have any suggestion decks with a similar concept? Oh, yeah, the Dimir Thieves deck was definitely more of a... Yeah, well, that looks like death in destruction. So this is, wow, I think we're literally dead and we can't cast anything. You know what? On to the next one. Don't lose your die rolls. Yeah, Dimir Thieves was more of a fun casual deck than a deck that was going to be something that you would be super competitive with. So I think it depends on your goal. Like if you're just trying to like play a fun deck to have fun with, I think that's a great option. But if your idea is I'm going to like grind my way into a collection or win a tournament or something, then you probably don't want to go with that. There's much more competitive options available that are budget decks. So it really depends on what your goal is. The gold border solution is a total non-solution to me. Some of those cards are as rare as actual reserve list cards. Yeah, I mean, I imagine like, so they would slightly, in the short term, you'd be able to pick up copies on the cheap, I assume. Cheaper than your Gaia's Cradle, let's say. You're going to get your Gaia's Cradle for less than the cost of a real Gaia's Cradle, but it's only a small bit of extra supply. So it would be short term, you get these extra cards added into the format. You're able to maybe pick some of them up at a discount, but then it's just going to do the same thing. Those cards are going to increase in price. There's still no more entering the system ever. So unless Wizards is going to actively reprint them, so could Wizards reprint gold border cards? Technically, yes, but from what Wizards has said, no. Wizards has this weird thing about the spirit of the reserve list. So whenever we have a good idea about how you can get around the reserve list, normally Wizards, psi technology, essentially. But normally Wizards says, oh, the spirit of the reserve list. We don't want to violate the spirit of the reserve list. And that's one of those cases where I wish they would just go by like the letter of the law. Like do everything you can to work around the reserve list. Which, and all of that makes me think it's not really about a promise for some reason. I don't know. But that does make me skeptical because if Wizards really wanted to reprint the reserve list cards, I think we would see things happen at least. There would be other possibilities. There's things that they could do that would potentially at least make a dent in the problem, even if it wouldn't fully solve the problem. But they refuse to do those things. So, hey, what's up, Cornelius? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, the Black Lotus token for Garth would have, like, stuff like that would go a long way. I don't know if did you see the, what was the game? Duel Masters? I don't even know what Duel Masters is. I've never played Duel Masters, but did you see the Duel Masters Black Lotus? Like, that would be another. Wizards owns Duel Masters. They didn't promise they wouldn't play Black Lotuses and Duel Masters. There's no reason they couldn't. They couldn't just print the cards that we need in another one of their games, and then players could use them as, semi-official proxies. Although, again, that's not really going to help with. That's not really going to help with the tournament play unless they made them tournament legal. Let's play in. Let's play a naturalist. Play a tap land. Pass the turn. If you're just looking to be competitive with a budget deck, I usually recommend the 8-rack or 8-whack decks is one of them. I think Burn is another one, but those would be two of the top tier ones. As far as just, I want to win a lot of games with a budget deck. There's a bunch of other ones that are reasonably good, but I think those are like my two top tier as far as most competitive modern budget decks. About it. Gird for battle, sure. Yeah, so it's just kind of like a feather deck or whatever. It's interesting to see how much better decks have gotten since Lurrus is gone. Like, it's really funny, like, Lurrus pushed, like, feather and so forth out of the format, and then now that it's gone, you see people playing, like, actually really strong, hard-to-beat cards again, rather than just relying on Lurrus 100% of the time. About it. Wow, they're going for all the damage possible. Yeah, we're not going to cast a spell this game, are we? No. Well, that was the first match that I feel like we actually legitimately just had a bad matchup and got lost. That's the first one. That one, I mean, we didn't draw the removal and our opponent just got off to really fast starts. What's the difference between 8-rack and 12-rack for Modern? The number of racks. Obviously. Really, though, I think the 12 racks is playing more like Davriel, I think. Because you got the rack, you got Shrieking Affliction. So those are kind of the traditional 8 racks. And then if you get up to 12, like Davriel is the kind of the pseudo rack that you could have for 9 through 12. So about it. I mean, if we win this one, we're still feeding Bear. We're still counting this one as a win in the record books. So we had easy win, 100% win, but timed out because of blockchain ruins everything. We had the double mana screw, and then we had this one that we actually like legitimately just got run over by a prowess deck. New Liliana could be extra racks to you. I don't know, whatever rack you prefer. New Liliana it's sort of racky. It's another pseudo rack. I think Davriel has the most rack style text. Like, it's pretty directly like punishing your opponent for having not many cards in hand. Liliana Waker of the Dead kind of does that as well. It's not formatted the same as a rack, but if you hit your opponent empty-handed and +1, you're hitting your opponent for 3, which essentially works like a rack as well. So either one or some combination. You play 16 racks, play them all, throw them all in there, and have 16 racks. I mean, I don't know if there's any actual rules about this. I think we're just making it all up. Other than the 8 racks or the rack and Shrieking Affliction. Like, those are the original 8 racks for a long, long time. Once you get past that, I think you can argue Davriel, Liliana. Is there anything else that would even potentially be in the argument? I don't know if there's anything else that could even potentially fit, but yeah, New Liliana is really good. Every time I play with Liliana Waker of the Dead, it's actually like a really strong card. Did we do 16 rack? I feel like we did, but did I not? Yeah, we did. We actually did a Budget Magic 16 rack. And our 16 racks, Davriel, Liliana, the rack Shrieking Affliction. I mean, I think this is a reasonable budget deck. This would be one that we could update. This was 2020, so we're going in close to 2 years since we played it. But I think that the rack strategy maybe has gotten better since Lurrus has been banned. I think that Lurrus was really bad, really bad for the rack strategy, because you got Lurrus, you can't make him discard it, and then it comes down and it starts looping Mishra's Bobble or whatever to undo all of your work. So I think Lurrus being gone, plus with Lurrus gone, people play more expensive stuff, so more likely they're not going to be able to dump their hand and get in under your discard. So I feel like the rack is an archetype that is improved thanks to the modern changes. Ooh, Turquoise Lantern. I think if you can sack a permanent, it's close. But I don't know if I consider it a true rack if you can also get around it by sacking stuff on the battlefield. I mean, Turgid is really fun though. I like Turgid quite a bit. Well, all right, let's reveal our Eorion. So do nothing, Moonblessed Cleric for something. Scarab God, you know what? I think we just mulligan. This deck feels like it mulligans a lot. Well, all right. We have some sweet lands. We will keep. We will put farmland. All of this, and we don't have red mana. What are the chances? What are the chances we don't have red mana with all these triomes? How about it? This looks red. This should be red. Oh my god. A lot of Swift Spears these days. Is this the third Swift Spear deck we've played in this league? I feel like it is. Well, land on white. Well, we got tons of white. Land on... I don't know if it even actually matters. Land on white. Sure. Trial of Ambition. Get rid of the Swift Spear. Go. Ooh, we've played a bunch of Restore Balance decks. That would be another fun one to revisit. Is this a combo deck? This is not really a combo deck now. This is more of a birthing pod. Oh, lack of red mana is going to be an issue at some point. It actually might be an issue already. This is more of like a birthing pod mid-rangey toolbox deck. But yeah, there's not really any combos. Opponent. Does anyone have numbers on how much MTGO has grown over the last week? I don't. Might be able to get some information from like one of the bots about how many people are buying cards and so forth, but there's not. There's no like public official numbers on that. There's been a few times that like GoatBots or one of the big bot chains has talked about just how much their user base has grown in a short period of time. I'd be curious to see. I wonder if people really are. Oh no. Well, yeah, this feels bad, but I guess we cycle the Triome. I went to the sea. All right, not looking good. Not looking good. How about it? AC Black Raz. Thanks for hanging out. How do you like it, Atomic Coco? I'm curious. When did you start? After the economy stream? I saw some people saying that. You never know if people are actually going to do it or if they're just kind of, salty about the state of Arena and threatening about it. Saga. Well, we need a mountain. We need a mountain very, very soon. Yeah, you'll get used to the misclick part eventually. Another Swift Spear and a Wild Slash. Huh. Well, maybe we want more sideboard cards for burn. We've played a lot of very similar decks. Opponent Wild Slash. Yeah. Down to dead. That doesn't do anything. Huh. Well, these aggro matchups actually seem a little bit tough for this deck. We have some good cards if we can get them going. The deck's just so... This is a really weird deck. My overall impression of the deck is the power level is really high, but boy, is 5 colors tough in Pioneer compared to other formats. Like, you got a lot of mana clunkiness. In Modern, you can play 5 colors, no worries. Easy, no concerns. Not necessarily the case in Pioneer, though, where there actually is a cost to playing 5 colors worth of mana. Abundant. Yeah, Saint Collector could be fine. It's fine. The question is what would we cut for it? I kind of want to keep all of our enchantments. Oh boy. Well, all right, we're gonna trust. We're gonna trust that we draw a land. I don't have any faith. This deck in lands is like Wizards and adding Pioneer to Arena. Just don't have the faith, but we're gonna trust him anyway. Bobby Blood Sugar, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Well, we did draw land, so that's good at least. Well, playing the land. Pass the turn. This hand has all the payoffs if we just hit our land to get to them. What did you do prior to becoming an MTG streamer? I never did anything super interesting. College, worked some random crappy jobs. Oh boy, I delivered pizza before. I worked at McDonald's for a little bit during high school. Bought and sold Magic card collections. But I mostly started doing content when I finished college. I was trying to decide if I was going to go to grad school. I was thinking about going to grad school, and that's when I met Richard and started doing goldfish stuff, and the rest is essentially history. Honestly, out of all the bad jobs that I worked, playing music, I spent a while playing music and doing that stuff. I still eat cereal without milk. That's a given. That's still going on. How do we want to do this? So I think we Trial of Ambition. So we can play our... Is it going to be enough? Well, Trial of Ambition. Get rid of a Soulscar Mage. So next turn we can Enigmatic Incarnation. Sack the Trial of Ambition, get a removal spell. Actually, out of all the bad jobs that I worked, delivering pizza is probably the best. I actually kind of like delivering pizza. Like really, if you've never done it, the people were generally pretty cool. A bunch of 20-something pretty easygoing people as far as bosses and stuff. And you kind of just drive around and listen to music, and you get to eat free pizza. Like, what is there not to like? I mean, on the other hand, I guess the downside of delivering pizza is you do have to pay for your own gas. And I was doing it in upstate New York, and some of the deliveries were super far away. I remember like having to drive 15 minutes or something one way, and then getting tipped like 25 cents or something, being like, oh, I just lost an hour's worth of my pay to go drive there. Yeah, the place that I worked at, we kind of got to eat whatever we wanted to. So we could make pizza and subs. Like, I don't know if it was an official perk of the job, but it was accepted. And everyone would like make a meal when they had a shift or whatever. So that was a crappy job that I actually liked. What was a crappy job? McDonald's. McDonald's was just turned me off to the whole idea of McDonald's. Delivering pizza definitely way better than McDonald's. If you got to choose between those two, definitely go with delivering pizza, I think. At least that was my experience. McDonald's just kind of grossed me out. Like, people just, and maybe it's different, and I'm sure it depends on what McDonald's you go to or whatever, but the people that I worked with just did not really care about people's food. Their food would fall on the floor and it would still get shipped out, and I remember like flies being in the milkshake thing, and just it kind of made me skeptical of low-end fast food. But this was a long time ago. And again, it was probably a particularly not well-run McDonald's. So don't let that ruin McDonald's for you everywhere. That was just my personal experience. Can we stabilize? Yeah, we could fires, but I feel like we might have to play multiple cards. Well, maybe, I don't know. Like, how do we get out of this is probably some weird, I don't know if we get out of this, period. But I think the way we get out of this is somehow drawing a bunch of cheap removal. And I'm a little concerned about, the upside of fire seems minimal, and the downside of, well, I guess it's Night of Autumn. The upside seems relatively minimal at the moment. And the downside is, if we do draw stuff, we aren't going to be able to cast it. We'll see. If we don't draw anything, maybe we do it next turn. And fires Incarnation there. Alchemy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Best time I had was working in an internet cafe. They had a fish game table. I'd make so much money playing them on the clock. Ooh, that actually sounds really sweet. About it. Hits us to 8, light up the stage, draws. Land in a saga. I don't know how we survive this. Plays the saga, plays the land, down to 7. We draw a land. Yeah, just not enough, not enough. I guess we'll play the fires. I just don't think it's going to do anything. So fires, Enigmatic Incarnation with fires. We can sack the fires. I mean, I guess that's the upside of this is we can just sack the fires to the Incarnation to get a 5-drop, but they have so many threats. I'm not sure this is going to stabilize us. So Enigmatic Incarnation, sacrifice Enigmatic Incarnation. Get Tolsimer. Maybe Tolsimer will be enough. Fight. Soulscar Mage. Please don't have an instant. Okay, that works. And then sack fires. Wow, or is this actually going to be enough? Get Scarab God. Okay. Okay. Okay, maybe. We're back up to 10. There's hope. There's hope for a little snack. What's the worst job you've worked, chat? An opponent. Done. Well, apparently Tolsimir is good enough. Ooh, Lantern Control. I love me some Lantern Control. Went 3-2. I mean, 3-2 is a good record. It's a winning record on Magic Online. You're earning a treasure chest. Amazon Fulfillment Center. Oh, geez. So when I was really young, my grandfather had this. I don't know if any of you know what an Agway is. I don't know if they exist anymore, but it's like a farm store essentially. Like the hardest, like the I don't know if I want to say worst, but definitely the hardest job was definitely like working there. And wow, it's just like hard physical labor. There's no heat and it's freezing, and that was just a tough job. I don't know how my grandfather did it for his entire life. I don't know how he did it, but worst job, stables, where I worked as a tech side. I got fired because my manager sounded like me and he was cursing out French millennials, and I was blamed for the bad mouthing. Wow, wait, your manager sounded like you and was saying ridiculous things and you got blamed for it? That does sound like a really bad job. Rust Belt Town Cafe. I mean, upstate New York's basically the Rust Belt. It's pretty similar, I think. Yeah, that sounds like a bad one. I worked at an after-school program in a poor neighborhood that was severely understaffed and poorly run. They also fired me for being disabled. That sounds like a nightmare. I'm sorry that happened to you. That is a really bad one. IT is my passion, but finding a good place is hard. Yeah, jobs are tough to find the right one for sure. Ooh. So nothing. Hope to draw land. Skyclave gets killed. I think we got a mulligan. Okay, that's better. Portable is good. We will keep. I think we put fires to the bottom. Well, we'll see. I like the portable hole. Come on. We want this winning record. Opponent. Den of the Bugbear. Monastery Swift Spear. Gets in. My first job was a generator at a machine shop. Toilets are gross. Toilets are gross. I would agree with that statement. Well, Triumph go. Taking it the slow way. Bonnet. They finally gave me the meeting with HR I've been asking for weeks. Ugh, Eidolon 2. I was like finally completed my 2 weeks at this awful job, and they did it for me by firing me and said, hey, well, at least you got out of there. That is the good news. Yarian's not the best at the moment. Well, portable hole. Down to 16. Get rid of, I guess, Eidolon. Triumph. Ooh. Yeah, these aggro decks, if we're on the draw, seem really, really, really sketchy. Not that we can't beat them, but I don't know if the odds are heavily in our favor. Whirling Vortex. Opponent. Pumps the Swift Spear. Plays a tap land. Goes to combat. It's us down to 14. Yup. We draw something good, please. We get pinged down to 13. Chain to the Rocks. That counts. That counts as something good. Well, Chain to the Rocks. Oh, we really want to play this Nylea's Presence. All right, so farmland, untapped. 1, 2. Nylea's Presence, the farmland. Draw a card. Chain to the Rocks. Get rid of the Swift Spear. So, such an idiot. Did it again. Oh, we were supposed to put this on the other land. Always this Nylea's Presence always gets me. Because it turns land into a mountain, and then we chain to the Rocks a mountain. We really should stop doing that. Opponent gets another Swift Spear. Yeah, and plays a Swift Spear? Or do they wait to try to grow it? Opponent. Portable should have an additional line of text that says, if you exile a card named Bag of Holding, destroy all mana permanents. That would be very flavorful. That would be a flavor win for sure. Soulscar Mage. Sure. About it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we're not blinking, though. We're playing Enigmatic Incarnation. Now, if we sack the Nylea's Presence, we lose the Chain to the Rocks, and they get back the Swift Spear, which is not good. That's the problem. Well, okay. That's actually not bad. That's something we can do this turn that doesn't involve losing the game by giving you back a Swift Spear. All right, Arcana Sun's Grace. That's pretty good. And it's a 4 toughness creature, so it might not die. This is a Ween shirt. I think we might be good. Hey, what's up, funny little fella? Good to see you. Welcome. I think you missed it. The rat that was in my kitchen finally got killed, so I'm making homemade lasagna on Thursday. Ooh, lasagna's delicious. Moving into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated series, little did you know my card had this ability. Opponent. Passing. All right, well, this is it. We need this Archon to stick. If it does, we got a shot. And then we got the Incarnation, and then we got the Ariad. We got a shot. This is a big turn. How much damage can our opponent do? Can they kill the Archon with the help of the Soulscar Mage? Those are the big questions. Opponent. Oh, thinking. Yeah, but we got to flicker means getting out Yarion first, and in general that's good, but the question is, do we live long enough to do any of this, especially with the shock land? But that would be nice if we could do that. I would like to do that. I did. Someone last stream was telling me about the Ween Primus South Park concert. Oh, it sounds so sweet. I haven't really looked into it to see who else was gonna be playing there, but that was a show that I'd love to go to. Red Rocks is such a unique venue. Plus, I mean, Ween is awesome. Primus, I appreciate Les Claypool's bass playing, and I like some Primus songs, but they're not a band I listen to a ton. But I definitely appreciate just their skill level. Claypool's a great bassist. Is Modern just too fast anymore for any variant of Soul Herder? Oh boy, this is a tough spot. Soulscar Mage's ability is kind of the issue. So if we block and this dies, I mean, we got to block, right? If we don't block, we do get to cast an enchantment, but we're taking so much damage. And they get another hasty threat, and they get to prevent the life gain anyway. This is a bad spot. Bad spot. 2 cards in hand. Roiling Vortex. The problem is Roiling Vortex limits the upside of this Archon anyway. Like, it's kind of just a 4-3 because our opponent's going to be able to prevent our life gain. Pioneer's on the upswing, actually. Not only alive, but it's actually growing and doing pretty well. Yeah, I feel like everything means death at the moment. Well, we'll block. No, under no illusion that this is going to work. Like, a burn spell on the Archon's kind of just a blowout. Wow! Okay, we called their bluff. Well, that's good. Was not expecting that. Eidolon, skewer the critics. Okay. Skewers the Archon. Okay. We get pinged. Interesting. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Enigmatic Incarnation. Steam Vents tapped. Pass the turn. Oh, it's going to depend on what our opponent has in hand. So, sack Nylea's presence. Get a Deputy of Detention. Get rid of the Swift Spears. Well, that's one way around the Chain to the Rocks issue. Yeah, I mean, not losing the 4 life is good. If our opponent can kill this Deputy, it's a lot of Swift Spears coming back. We don't even have an enchantment to sack at the moment, which is also awkward. Oh, they do have it. All right, sure. Another Skewer the Critics. Opponent gets in for $1.5 million. Down to 4. Down to 3. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the Deputy helped, but not enough. These aggro decks do seem tough. They do seem tricky. Would Enigmatic be good in EDH Shrines? So if you build around it, the thing about Enigmatic Incarnation is you're sacking enchantments to get creatures. So if you're just going to play a whole bunch of Shrines, it doesn't really do anything. You have to have that mixture. I think you could build a commander deck that was Shrines with Enigmatic Incarnation, where you're sacking Shrines to get whatever. Yeah, I don't know what we can draw here. Portable Hole. Yarian doesn't... Yeah, we're dead. Oh, I feel like this deck's really sweet, but unfortunately... Unfortunately, the aggro matchups are pretty hit or miss. So if you look at our league... so this actually doesn't technically count as a loss. So we won our first match easily. Easy win. This was the Blockchain's fault. Timeout with lethal on the stack disappointment. This was the win double mana screw. And then Monastery Swift Spear, Monastery Swift Spear. And those were like, that last game was close-ish, but with so many tap lands and such a painful mana base, not definitely a good matchup. And I think that's why someone was asking earlier, why all the pathways over, real dual lands? Because pathways, a little sketchy in 5-color decks as far as fixing your mana. And we saw there, like, the issue of just already being very painful mana base wise, I think is a big reason. I think Dryad can help in the early game. Maybe. The thing about Dryad is you actually need a lot of lands for it to actually be helpful. I think it's really just you got 80 cards. And that's the other thing. Like, I always wonder with decks like this, does Yarion do enough? When you look at how that deck played out, does Yarion do enough to make it worth it? Or would this same deck be better if you didn't have Yarion? Like, that's the question. DeCaro, welcome to the Fishbowl. Almost for 5 years, that's crazy. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Much love to you as well. So that's kind of the question. Like, is it better as a Yarion deck? And I really don't know. Like, you could easily make this a non-Yarion deck. You could easily make it a non-Yarion deck. Would that improve the deck? We also, like, I don't know about these Deafening Silence, Eidolons in the main deck. They're good against, like, Lotus Field or Arclight Phoenix, but we didn't play any deck where these were actually relevant. They were all just bad. Totally misread that message. I've been subbed for almost 2 years and have watched 5 streams live. Oh, I gotcha. I did kind of skip over that part a little bit. But thank you for watching for resubbing and for watching the replays. Thank you. So that's kind of the question. Does it need to be 5 colors? Maybe. The other thing is, I don't know if Fires is that good. Is Fires even good in this deck? That was the other thing I was wondering. Like, on paper, it seems good, but in practice, Fires, it felt like essentially just a free enchantment to sacrifice a Enigmatic Incarnation. Like, that was the only upside of it. Is like, you play Enigmatic Incarnation, you sack it, you get a 5-drop. Is it worth it if that's the scenario? I'm actually not 100% sure that it is. So I don't know. I think the deck definitely felt like it had a high power level, but I don't know if it's a deck that can consistently be good or not. I'm really not sure that it is. There's a weird pairing. I think there's a weird pairing algorithm that put you against a deck that would have a challenge, because with a male deck that I play on Arena, I think, is a weird pairing algorithm. Interesting. An opponent that has over 100 card deck. Not exactly sure what that question that comment is, but interesting. Yeah, I mean, that is the upside. Well, I don't know. So Enigmatic Fires, not 100% sold on Fires, but I do think the deck has a lot of power. I mean, we can try a little bit with the modern deck. We can try a bit. I don't know. We'll see how far we actually make it. So this is the Leyline Blade deck. This weird green-white Mana Dork ramp deck. So the best I can tell, this is an infamous small Japanese tournament deck. Is Hidetsugu Consumes All worth playing in this? In the Pioneer deck, maybe. I think it would be worth considering. Getting the 1-drops is nice. The only problem is we would have to change our removal, because I don't think you can play Hidetsugu Consumes All in a deck that's playing a bunch of 1-mana artifacts and enchantments as removal. So I think if you could get rid of these cards and have something else fill the removal slot, then it would be worth considering. Otherwise, I don't really think it's worth blowing up your own Chain to the Rocks and stuff. Although we saw a lot of 1-drop stuff, which would be nice. It would be nice to be able to snag all those Swift Spears and so forth. They're playing against 3 Swift Spear decks in our one league. So anyway, let's try this deck. This deck, it looks weird. Infamous small Japanese tournament deck. it's got Stoneforge stuff, Stoneforge for Batterskull and Caldera. It's got some land destruction stuff, Moony Acid Walls. But the real part that kind of caught my eye was the Leyline of Abundance Mana Dork plan, where it seems like the goal is to ramp into, I guess, Chancellor of the Annex and Elish Nords. And plus you got Karn that can snag like a big Walking Ballista from the sideboard. That's one of the potential finishes, or like a Sundering Titan along with some land destruction. So let's give it a shot. Let's see. I don't know if this deck... Oh, this deck's missing a card, isn't it? What card is this deck missing? Yeah, so this deck, it seems like it should be explosive when things come together. Why are there only 14 sideboard cards? Sundering Titan, Batterskull, Thrawn, Kitchen. There's supposed to be 4 Kitchen Finxes. There we go. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. I don't know how many matches we'll get in, but we'll get in some. And at least we'll get an idea. Can the plan even work? Is it any good? Magic is so much better without Luris. It really is. I don't know. What has your experience been without Luris, chat? My experience has been essentially every format I love has just become way more enjoyable. Like, Pioneer's way better, Modern's way better. Hopefully they ban it in Historic. I'm not sure why they haven't banned it in Historic at this point. But it would improve Historic as well. Honestly, I hope they just keep going down the list. Go down get rid of Yarion. I don't care. I saw someone play Abash once. Get rid of that one. I don't know. Maybe someone will play the Demon Kraken thing again. Just in case, get rid of that one too. God, what a horrible mechanic. Do I think they'll ever print more companions in a master set? Like reprint them or print new ones? I think there is a 0% chance that they ever print. Well, I hope there's a 0% chance. Now I'm scared. Now that I'm thinking about that, I'm like, wow, would Wizards? I mean, Wizards knew they shouldn't have print companions to begin with, but they did it anyway. There seems like there's some chance that they know they shouldn't print more companions, but they do it anyway again. So I hope not. I mean, I view companions as just a game-destroyingly bad mechanic. Like, that's... Imagine a 1-mana I win the game card. Just like a lightning bolt, but it said I win the game. You win the game. Like, I feel like companions, they aren't quite that game-destroying, but they're not super far off as far as mechanics go. For just destroying formats. Surely they'll have to reprint it with updated reminder text. Reprinting's one thing. Like, I mean, the ones that already exist, they exist. I wish they didn't exist, but they do exist. That's not really harmful, but printing more, I don't think there's any way to do it right on a consistent basis. You know what we could see? Maybe it's a arena only thing. Maybe we get like Alchemy companions, because I think I just convinced myself that if Alchemy is even still a format, which I don't know how long they'll keep Alchemy going. If I've heard people saying they even have a hard time getting matches in it recently. Like, it's just really on the downswing. But Alchemy or digital only is probably the place that you can make companions work. Because if you look at companions, apparently no one's playing Modern at the moment. Look at companions. One of the challenges Wizards actually talked about with companions is that you needed to be able to verify them easily. So your opponent needed to be able to know, like, is my opponent's deck legal? And that's why we have, like, Kahira referring to, being able to be played in a creature-free deck and all this stuff. Because it would be nice if you could say, okay, your deck has to have at least 20 of these creature types. That would make Kahira much more in line with how I think Wizards wanted it to be played, as like a lord for these specific tribes. The problem is, if you sit down to a game of Magic, it's going to be really hard to know if your opponent has 19 or 20. Like, how are you going to know if it's met that restriction? So Wizards actually talked about wanting to make sure it was easily verifiable. You don't actually have that on Arena. On Arena, with the digital only cards, you just trust that Arena is hopefully, working properly and not bugged or whatever. But you trust that it is going to, no mana dorks. Leyline, no mana dorks. Chancellor of the Annex. I think we got to ship that. So maybe that's, well, okay. maybe that's the format. Maybe that's the format where Wizard could print more companions. All right, that's an interesting start. Well, what if foothills? Grab what if foothills? Grab a snow-covered forest. Ignoblest of hierarchs. Go. All right. Well, your first spell's gonna get countered unless you play a bunch. Do you think it'd be possible to balance them? Could there be balanced companions? Like Yumori is not broken, but it's so underpowered that it's not playable. Like, do you think it's possible to make companions that are good enough to be played, but also not so good that they're breaking formats? That's the hard part. We don't have too many examples of companions that really hit that narrow spot. We see broken companions or ones that are, played in a huge percentage of decks because they just don't really have a very high restriction. And then we have unplayed companions that just have such a high restriction that they don't really see much play, especially post-nerf. Abash is probably about as close as I could see. Kahira, level of play-wise, might be about right, but Kahira also, I just really hate it because the way it sees play is not how it was intended to see. Like, that's not what they designed it for. It wasn't supposed to be like, oh, your control deck has a random 3/3 for no reason, I don't think. I don't think that was their goal. So I don't really like how it sees play. Lantern of the Lost, eh? Yarion. I don't know. I wish we had this last turn and we could have blown stuff up. I don't know about Yarion. Yarion. The restriction's pretty easy. We see a lot of decks doing it, and I think there's a chance that Yarion's going to end up seeing like Luris level play before super long. Maybe the infamous small Japanese plan of 20 lands and 7 drops is a questionable one. Seems possible. Wow, they are really all about that land destruction, aren't they? Oh, playsets. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Companions where wizards attempt to be like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh! Mechanic? You know this is going to hit the land that we desperately need. That is the way of the stupid monkey. Opponent attacks. Hits us to 12. Stoneforge. Okay, well, we couldn't cast that anyway. Opponent. Well, this is not even a little close. Should Yarion be allowed to be your companion in Commander, in your opinion? I mean, so the problem I have with that would be, wouldn't it just, how would you meet the restriction? How would you meet the restriction? And, well, I guess we can bring in another Batterskull. Probably gotta bring in Paths. What do we go down, though? I guess the Acid Mosses? Huh. Yeah, decks that are playing Spikefield Hazard probably pretty good against Hierarch Tribal over here. Acid Moss for a Kitchen Figs. We need things that we can cast without having any mana. Wow, Chancellor of the Annex. I wonder what the idea of this Chancellor of the Annex is. That is, I have never, ever, ever in my life seen a deck that is just randomly played a fair Chancellor of the Annex. It's a strange idea. Strange idea that I have never seen before. You has a mechanic called Extra Deck, which was separate from your sideboard, where you have specific creature. They'd be summoned by matching certain criteria and activating the summon like a cast. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know really anything about about Yu-Gi-Oh. So the problem I'd have with companions being allowed in Commander is, wouldn't every deck just play it? Like, how would you meet Yorian's restriction? Or would you just be saying you can play it? And if you're just saying you can play it, then wouldn't you... Then wouldn't every Azorius deck or 3, 4, 5 color deck that has those colors just play it? Like, there's no downside. Kind of the Lutri problem. Like, Lutri, every single deck just accidentally meets its restriction. So even if you don't have any spell copying things or anything, you should just play it 100% of the time. Why wouldn't you? So essentially just every Izzet deck gets to start with +1 card, which is a pretty big disadvantage compared to... Well, I mean, oh no. Oh, this is the exact... Oh, chat, I'm so glad you're here to see this. This is why I think Dryad Arbor is a horrible Magic the Gathering card. This is like kind of our dream draw, except our land is the one Dryad Arbor that's supposed to be in our deck so we can tutor it out randomly when the fetch land and block a Ragavan. But no, it's in our hand. We got to play it. It gets hit by Lightning Bolt. We don't cast a spell the rest of the game. Oh my goodness, do I hate Dryad Arbor. It is... Oh my god, that card's so bad. It is amazingly bad. Oh my goodness. I hate it. I know everyone loves the Dryad Arbor. I hate the Dryad Arbor. There, I said it. Rant done. Rant done. Dryad Arbor, get it out of my life. Oh, we got incredibly... I think we got pretty lucky. Like, if our opponent cast a Lightning Bolt or anything... We just lose. We just straight up lose. It's in the deck because it taps for 2. But I mean, we just straight up lose. Like, I think the upside of tapping for 2, is that worth the downside of just opponent casts one of the most played cards in the format and we lose the game? Relic of Progenitus. We got pretty lucky. We got pretty lucky that our opponent did not kill the Dryad Arbor, or else we just do nothing. Well, now we could use something big. Now that we have... Alright, opponent casts our Ignoble Hierarch. I mean, I guess this is actually kind of hilarious. Hey, there we go. Alright, well, just how the Magic gods drew it up. Turn 3, Stoneforge Mystic. Normally, when you Stoneforge, you're trying to put the Cauldron Complete into play with the Stoneforge. Instead, we're just gonna... Well, actually, no, wait. This Chancellor is probably even better, isn't it? Our opponent's gonna have a hard time functioning through this Chancellor. Let's do that, and then we'll play Cauldron Complete next turn. Oh, no, we can't. We don't have enough white mana. Oh. All right, back on the Cauldron Complete plan. It would have been sweet. Well, all right. Well, we'll have to settle for hard casting Cauldron Complete here on turn 3. I guess this deck could do some explosive things. Not bad. Go to combat. Hit ya. Oh, that's what happens when the Dryad Larva lives. Here it comes. Hey, what's up, Benny? How are you? Opponent, 6 to the face. From the Cauldron Complete down to 14. And it really is. Like, that's so much mana. That's a ridiculous amount of mana on turn 3. Yeah, I really don't know why they're playing. I don't know what the infamous small Japanese meta is like to require Chancellor of the Annex as a 4-of in the main deck. It's so weird to me, but... I don't know, maybe metas do differ place by place. Maybe there's something about the meta where this deck was played that wanted it. The disruption is relevant. Yeah. I mean, the disruption's not relevant. But does it make up for the fact that you're playing just a 5/6 flyer instead of, I don't know, Karn or Elish Norn or whatever... You know, whatever busted thing you could be playing. I think that's kind of the question. maybe that's the idea. It's gotta save the Dryad Arbor on turn 1. Yeah, Leyline was busted in Pioneer with the Devotion decks. Apparently busted this game in Modern too. I don't know if we can keep it going, but that game, it was kind of absurd. So I think we just mulligan really aggressively for that start. That apparently is the idea. Why does this deck not play Sword of Fire and Ice? I mean, it could. It would be good against the mono red deck for sure. Yasharn stops treasures. It does. Although I would prefer just not to get hit by the monkey. Given the choice, I'm gonna choose please don't hit us with the monkey. Okay. This hand's much less explosive. So we're going turn 1 Path the Monkey into turn 3 Kitchen Finks. I like Path the Monkey. That's something. It's just not explosive enough. I think this deck needs to be more explosive. Oh, God. Oh, God. You know what? We're putting it to the bottom. We're not... It worked last... Okay, chat. You got to vote. You got to vote. Are we keeping the Dryad Arbor? Are we keeping the Dryad Arbor, chat? Are we keeping it? Is it going to work out again? Can we actually just slam the Dryad Arbor? If it dies, I'm going to scoop. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if it dies, I'm scooping it up. Turn 1 it. All right. All right. Boom. Here we go. It's been I will scoop. I swear. I'm not even joking. If we play this and they just bolt it on turn 1, done. I'm done. Do you think I would joke about scooping? Am I someone who would joke about scooping? Oh, well, okay. Hang on. We're going to play it on turn 2 now because actually we can't just get hit by the monkey. We gotta stop the monkey hit, and we drew the path. So now we have to play properly, unfortunately. I wanted to meme it out, but we don't really have a choice now. And now we got to play Stoneforge, so we can't play it this turn either. So we're gonna miss it for multiple turns. And now it might actually be good. Yeah, opponent's playing an Abash mono red deck with Blood Moons and so forth, and a ridiculous amount of graveyard aid apparently. Let's take Batter's Skull. We might actually cast that one. No Mana Dorks is weird. Why the split? I could not find any reason for the split of snow-covered and non-snow-covered lands. Psychological Warfare? Try to get some bluff value? Oh no, another stupid monkey. Well, sure about it. Seals of Stoneforge that we actually did kind of want. With Luris now being banned, what's one card you would be okay to unban? There's actually a pretty big list of cards that I would like to unban in Modern. Well, oh boy. All right, Dryad Arbor. Show us what you got. Show us what you got. Come on, a little force that could. Near the top of the list, I actually did a whole, there it is, boom. Told you. And you didn't believe me. You didn't believe me. This deck feels really high, very all in. Like when it works, we get what happened with we get to do what happened in game 2, where we just have this insane burst of mana. But when it doesn't work, it's pretty inconsistent. I mean, I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. Could you play a fetch instead to fetch out the other Dryad Arbor? Oh my god, this deck has 2 Dryad. No! Oh no! Oh no, infamous small Japanese tournament, 2 Dryad Arbors? If I had seen there were 2 Dryad Arbors, I don't know if I would have played this list. That's insanity. That's insanity. One! I already, oh no. Oh, Japan. 2 Dryad Arbors. Oh no. Oh no, this is going to be a lot of blowouts. Someone has never played against Lightning Bolt. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, this hand, it's got a Dryad Arbor. Double chance. What are the Chancellors for this deck? I don't understand. I don't understand this deck. I really don't. Dryad Arbor being fetched out actually has value. There is value to that. The problem is Dryad Arbor in hand is so bad. Oh, Dryad Arbor in hand is so bad that the upside of being able to fetch it out is undone by the fact that when you draw it, it's just so brutal. Yeah, I mean, Dryad Arbor. Oh, this is the sneaky one. This one I actually didn't realize was a Dryad Arbor. I thought this was a forest. This is the cheaty one that they had to change the rule for. See how much that looks like a forest? This one is pretty clearly not a forest. Darken, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This one is clearly not a forest. This one is clearly its own thing. This one does look a lot like a forest. About it. Urza Saga passes. Well, Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Temple Garden. Maybe we get some Chancellor value just because no one's used to playing. Opponent didn't play a 1-drop into it, so this does trigger on the first spell they cast. So if our opponent casts a spell on turn 2, turn 3, doesn't matter. It still gets Chancellored. Still gets Chancellored. Oh my god, both Dryad Arbors in hand. This is like my nightmare. My skin's crawling from all these Dryad Arbors. Waiting for the inevitable blowouts. I mean, they're mono green. I could have, this is probably Scales. They could have Walking Ballista. Hey, what's up, Share the Puddin'? How are you? Good to see you, good to see you. Welcome. Wow, opponent's still not casting a spell. Well, in that case, we will Stoneforge Mystique. Get Calder complete, I guess. Well, maybe these Chancellors are you know what, we're doing it. Boom. Sneaky Dryad Arbor. Oh, yeah, about it. Untaps, loses a Saga. Floating for mana. Wow, were they just trying to wait and not get anything countered by? Oh, they're an Amulet deck. I see. Another Urza Saga. Expedition map. Gonna pay the price. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Well, we do have Calder complete, which is something. We got Dryad Arbor, which is, I guess, kind of something. Karn the Great Creator. That stops Expedition map. All right, Dryad Arbor lives. We're just gonna play Karn. I think that's hopefully better. Karn, take down. Gotta do the boring thing and take Liquid Metal Coating. And hit you with the Stoneforge. All right, that's big. That's big. Hopefully our opponent can't Primeval Titan this turn. Stoneforge, yeah. We gotta play the other Dryad. I've never won with 2 Dryad Arbors on the battlefield. We gotta play the other one just to see if it's possible. Opponent. Urza's Saga. It's funny too because it's not a forest. So I guess it is a forest, isn't it? I was gonna say it didn't work with Nissa, but it does. I mean, Dryad Arbors, it's alive. Any time when it just doesn't immediately die, I think that counts as looking good in the matchup. Can you pull up the Dryad Arbor clip? It should be easy to find on YouTube. The like tournament one that got the rule changed. All right, opponent playing some lands, passes. 1, 2. Liquid Metal Coating. Target your Castle Garen brick. Take up Karn. Get rid of your Castle Garen brick. Uh-oh. Float some mana. Sure. Kill the Castle Garen brick. Pass. Oh, all right. Gets rid of the coating. Well, Cauldra time. Tomer style. We'll get a dual land. And, well, hit you hit you for a colder amount of damage. The Shiggard Fraggard. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, Dried Arbor number 2. The team is here. The duet is ready. I wonder... I wonder what I would search for to find the video about it. I actually, was it on coverage? I'm trying to remember. I remember the situation and the rules change. I don't, I feel like it happened on coverage. All right, opponent, construct. Passes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I mean, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chancellor? Man? Maybe Chancellor's just good. Maybe it's just good. We'll take down Karn. Get something. Probably a walking ballista. Go to combat. Hit you with the germ. Now our opponent's got to pay a 1-man attacks on all their... I mean, I guess on the battlefield, Chancellor's kind of good about it. Oh, thank you, Fat Meister.
Hey, it's Nikachu, and...
Oh. About it. Undaps. Yeah, the Nikachu video is like 20 minutes though. I don't know if I want to watch a 20-minute video. 4 is for about it. And there's got to be a video of the
kind of a tricky spot.
Okay, I see. So there's the Dryad Arbor. So it looks pretty foresty. Oh, it was against Gab, wasn't it? So the forest, it kind of looks foresty. So basically, as a result, they ended up changing the rules to make it so you have to make it obvious that it's a creature. At some point, there's attacks that happen, and the Dryad Arbor pops out sooner or later. Oh, wow, this is a long turn. Gab, play faster, Gab. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, yes, Gab, Gab does his stuff very slowly, as Gab's known to do. And then eventually, he declares some attacks. And then, haha, here comes the extra blocker. It's a Dryad Arbor by surprise. And yeah, that's what led to the rule change. All right, opponent, Chancellor, gonna get countered. Oh, Gab. Can we play a video of your niece's 6th birthday party? Is she a Magic pro? Is Magic in some way involved? About Abazes. Ooh, Acid Moss 2. Well, can we just win here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if we just attack with everything. Actually, 1, 2. Yeah, okay, Karn. Karn, Batterskull, win. That should do it, right? Karn, Batterskull. Oh, no. That doesn't do it. Well, let's just... So if we attack with everything... If we attack with everything, our opponent's taking 5. They block here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I guess they just take Dryad Arbor lethal. All right, Dryad Arbor lethal. Not the most well-known lethal, but we'll take it. We'll take it. About it. And dead. This deck's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. It is kind of funny. Well, run it back, I guess. If they get to the Primeval Titan part of the game, they probably get us either way. I mean, I think we're trying to waste them or blow up their lands. That's pretty much it. What's a good way to spend new player points? So, on Magic Online, they actually have events for them, which are worth doing. If you go to, I think it's limited. If you go to limited, and then there's a new to Moto Modern Gauntlet, that's one option. There's also new to Moto AFR Phantom Sealed, and these are prizes that you can use your new player points. And they actually have they have prizes that you can win, actual like play points, or the gauntlet. I don't remember what the prizes are here. I guess it's similar. So it's a way you can get some practice learning how Moto works and potentially get some even more useful prizes. So that's probably the main thing to do with them. That was a Dryad Arbor win. We'll take it. No, it's still not my favorite. Not happening. We just got lucky to not get blown out. The new Namoto Gauntlet is very disappointing as it's all Phantom or Chump change. Yeah, I guess it's not super high EV for sure, but it's free, which I think is nice. The prizes, I don't remember what the old prizes were. Were they better? Have they been nerfed? I wonder, do you think anything is going to change with Moto now the Daybreak Games thing is a thing in existence? I'm curious. I really don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I don't know where that leaves Moto. Well, we're going to keep this because we can ramp into land destruction, but everything is already going Phantom. I did notice when I was looking at the IPA drafts that there was not a non-Phantom option, which I thought was a little weird because usually there's an option for both. Daybreak Games. So Magic Online has been licensed, I guess, to Daybreak Games. We don't really have firm details of what that means, whether or not I don't know. I don't know how involved Wizard just is with Moto at this point, or if at all. Daybreak Games, I've heard mixed things about them too. Some people have said it could be a good thing. Other people say it's where games go to die and they just kind of keep games alive for as long as possible, but they aren't really about actively like improving the games. I mean, at the same time, I feel like Moto has already like not gotten a ton of huge improvements recently, so I don't know if Wizards was making active improvements to Magic Online either. So maybe it can't really make a difference and it just is what it is. But Dark Paw Games, is it really? So yeah, that happened a few months ago, but so far we haven't seen major changes. Maybe there's slightly more Phantom and less real options. I don't know what the upside of that is though. Like, I don't know what's more popular when it comes to these events. Like, for Invasion Block, there's only a Phantom option, but the Phantom option is probably the option everyone or most people played anyway, because the EV of a lot of the older formats isn't super high. So if you just want to experience a format, a lot of times you're better off playing Phantom. Same with like, cube drafts are always Phantom, but with master sets, you often want to be playing Phantom because it's better EV. About it. Expedition map cracks it. Well, this Asimos could actually be good. Moto did get commander updates not that long ago. I can't remember if it was recent or not. I believe around when Commander Legends came out, which, well, I guess that's a year and a half ago now or something. But around when Commander Legends came out, there were some commander updates. And Daybreak Games did say they're planning on making improvements, continuing to make improvements. What exactly that means, how big those improvements will be, we don't really know, but they did at least say those words. Well, Mooniasimas, blow up your forest. Do some ramping. Boom. Dryad Arbor. Got him. It's here. We're tutoring out. We've reached the point in our Magic careers we were actively tutoring out Dryad Arbors. About it. Oh yeah, we played a Pioneer League, and then we decided to do a couple of modern matches. Oh boy. Do a couple of modern matches at the end of the stream. So yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Well, that's probably a Primeval Titan. Wow, even through the land destruction just doesn't even matter. Opponent, yeah. Lands bounce. Got the amulet and probably dead. Is the green counterspell legal in modern? Okay, Dryad. What is the green counterspell? Is there an actual? What is? Oh, a Void Fate. Okay, yeah, that is legal. No one. I don't think anyone plays it because it only protects your own stuff, right? Huh. Well, I don't know what we do about this. Play a Plains. Play Leyline, I guess. Oh, but none of this does anything. Our opponents just got this ridiculous landbound setup. I mean, they're going to go off hardcore next turn. I don't know how Karn fizzles. How does Karn fizzle it? I mean, because this doesn't care about Karn. You can get Dryad Arbor with Green Sun Zenith. That's I think the main reason that Green Sun Zenith is banned in Modern, actually. Alright, pass the turn. I mean, I think we're at the hope they don't have a Primeval Titan. If they do, then we're super dead. Well, pass the turn. Yeah, I don't know what this Karn's actually doing for us. Not much. Oh, God. 2 amulets, eh? Well, alright, so opponent officially has infinite mana. Once they show us a Primeval Titan, then it's over. Yeah, there's no Pyroblast. Yeah, I guess they can. Yeah, so they definitely have Primeval Titan. Sure. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to even sit through this. Opponent has infinite land drops, infinite mana, because all their lands untap multiple times, and a Primeval Titan, at least with Telerio S, and that'll get more of that, which will make more, so yeah, there's no... This deck's funny, but it seems pretty infamous small Japanesey. Where you just never know. We've had some great success with decks from small Japanese tournaments, and then we've had some real clunky ones. Is this enough to do anything? If we had a ley line, this would be great. We've seen some really explosive hands if you have the ley line. You gotta have the ley line, and you also have to have the mana dorks. But one without the other is not as exciting. So turn 1 dork, turn 2 dork, turn 3 playing Nissa, and our opponent Primeval Titans us. I don't think that's gonna get it done. All right, no ley lines, dorks. Yeah, by the time we get to turn 3 Nissa, though, our opponent's just already Primeval Titaning. Well, I guess this one we're going to keep, even though... Can't find the ley line. The mana dorks without the ley line are not very appealing. Oh, this hand just does nothing. Huh. Well, we'll try to ramp into a Chancellor, I guess. Opponent also went to 6. We need more ley lines. We need more ley lines. We need 8 copies of a ley line to have consistency, I think. Opponent. Yeah, I mean, we've mulliganed pretty aggressively, but what can you do? Yeah, this feels almost like a weird combo, like a weird all-in combo deck, where your combo's trying to have ley lines and mana dorks and seeing what happens, but not very consistent. Like a Grishal brand or something, where you can do really explosive things, but the consistency keeps the deck from actually being a super competitive one. At times, I've tried to play Leyline and Historic, performs about the same as this. Yeah, I think maybe that's just a Leyline thing, because you only have... I mean, you only have one Leyline, 4 copies in your deck, and even in a World of London mulligans... The other thing is, this Leyline, you need to have support for it, too. Like, sometimes you're playing against Dredge, and you just need Leyline of the Void, and you win. You can afford to mulligan down to, like, 3 or 2. We've won on Modal 1 with Leyline of the Void against a Dredge-style deck. But this, you also need resources. You need Mana Dorks, and then you need things to cast with the Mana Dorks. So you can't really mulligan too far, or else the deck's just not gonna do its thing anyway. So what Modern is missing to do something like Legacy ley lines is just mostly the mana is the biggest thing. Also, I guess a better way of turning your ley lines into creatures. So basically, Legacy has Serra Sanctum, which is kind of the key card because it lets you have those Legacy ley lines. I don't know if we've ever played that. Legacy ley lines could be a funny deck to do a video of for like an Against Odds style video. Definitely super inconsistent, but you know what? I think it's Dryad Arbor time. So we take a Dryad Arbor, ley line, and we'll see. So ley lines, what they have in Legacy, number 1, you have access to, oh, please don't besage us. You have access to Serra Sanctum. So you can go turn 1, dump 4 ley lines, tap Serra Sanctum, immediately pay Opalescence. The other problem is we don't have an Opalescence in Modern. We have Starfield of Nyx, but Starfield requires you to have, 6? 6 enchantments on the battlefield? And that's 5. You gotta have 5 or more enchantments. So you have this extra hurdle you have to get through, essentially. Well, I'll play the Chancellor, see if it's enough. It's a thing. It's a body. We haven't really made much forward progress, and the Primeval Titan's gonna be coming. There's the Amulet down. This deck should also probably be playing Beseiju. I think my guess is it was a budget choice not to have it in the deck, but Beseiju, just, well, why not? So good. Yeah, so I think those are you're close. We're close to being able to have something like Legacy ley lines in Modern, but it's just like a couple of pieces away from really being able to work. All right, opponent. Do your worst, Primeval Titan deck. Do your worst. Opponent. Counting the number of Primeval Titans in their hand. Well, yeah, we're missing the 2 reasons. I don't think we'll get those exact cards, obviously, but we could get something similar. I mean, you could build a slow version of ley lines. We got a... Uh-oh. Are they just going off? Explore. I mean, this is doing some taxing, I guess. It's doing something. I wish our clock was fast. Oh my god. All right. I wish our clock was faster. about it. Starfield would be fine if we had the mana. It would be okay. I mean, we have the mana dork. Yeah, opponent's just setting up for the kill next turn. This Chancellor seems like it's been more of an annoyance than a game ender. Well, Birds of Paradise. And activate Leyline. Wait, oh, we can't activate Leyline. That's right. It doesn't actually work. Because this only makes 1 mana. Well, go to combat. Hit ya. For a little bit. Oh, but if they have the Primeval Titan with 2 ley lines, it's just like so devastating. All right. Run out the ley line. Doesn't really make a difference. Nykthos could be interesting. Nykthos would be making a bunch of mana here. Don't have the technology to run Starfield. All right, about it. Gonna float their mana. Gonna tutor up a 3rd amulet. Bounce land. Makes 6 mana or so. Bonkers. Yeah. Tabs and untabs, tabs and untabs. Here it comes. Picks it up. Primeval Titan, infinite mana. Oh, Azusa. All right, opponent's going all the way. So you're saying you wish the Temple Garden was a Dryad Arbor? I mean, in that exact turn, in that exact matchup, it actually would have been better. Oh, we're just doing a couple of matches with this. Pretty janky Leyline of Abundance. I don't even know what to call this deck. The Leyline of Abundance ramp stuff. Our opponent they're going all the way. Wow, what a hand for our opponent. Azusa, double Dryad, triple Amulet. That is a who's who of all the best cards in our opponent's deck. But with the Leylines, I wish. But what if we actually played good cards? What if we played Craterhoof or something? Like, what if, like, our opponent's just comboing off through this Chancellor of the Annex? Is it so? Chat, before this match ends, which is gonna happen any second now. Yeah, the Titan has arrived. Is there a matchup where this Chancellor is actually like actively good? Like, someone sell me on this Chancellor of the Annex actually being better than a Craterhoof Behemoth or an Eldrazi or an Ugin, or like, what's the thinking? I'm really struggling to figure out what the idea is. The person who built this deck, what was their reasoning? Why Chancellor of the Annex? It's to stop an early burn blowout. Like, to stop a turn one lightning bolt on a noble hierarch or something. I mean, it is cool art, super creepy art, and it is a neat card. Yeah, this is, well, and that's how it ends. Well, so I don't think this deck. Yeah, right. Yeah. It's Dryad, Titans, all this stuff in the world. Sure. Infinite mana, that's fine. So this, I think, is an against odds deck. It's an against odds deck times 100. It's got Dryad Arbor, so of course it's an against odds deck. Really, I think this is it's essentially an all-in combo deck. It's essentially an all-in combo deck where you just mulligan really aggressively, and you cross your fingers, and you try to get leyline mana dorks into something big quickly. If you do, we played, 2 matches with the deck? We saw one where it kind of went off. It got to do its combo thing, but then we saw a lot of games where it's kind of like, I just only play mana dorks, or I mulligan to 5 and never find the leyline, and just play, a bunch of Birds of Paradise while I have Chancellors in hand. So it's funny. It's really funny. Whether or not it can actually be good, I don't know. I think Leyline's intriguing. It is a powerful effect. It's a mana doubler. Mana doublers always are powerful. Whether or not the consistency can be found remains to be seen. But Share the pudding. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you. But on that note, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight. So next stream, Thursday afternoon. Don't know what we're playing yet. We'll find something sweet to play. In the meantime, check out the replay YouTube if you missed anything. Check out the normal YouTube. Tomorrow's Against the Odds is a fun one. Playing some Modern tomorrow with Mirrorbox Super Friends. And one more shout out to our sponsor tonight, Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free goldfish sticker. Let them know you want one in your order notes. Most importantly, thank you to each and every one of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome and spectacular. So I hope you have an amazing night. I hope you have an amazing night. Have a great Wednesday, and I will see you on Thursday to have some more fun. So until then, hey, Swing for Zero, thank you so much. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for you. So have a wonderful day, everyone. A wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you on Thursday to have some more fun. So until then, be awesome, everyone. I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon.